I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. You are fucked. Let this... Clip this one, bitches.
Meerkat Mob.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you.
Fuck all you hoes! Detroit till I die!
Sound good?
Coming for you.
Fair enough.
Coming for you.
Alright.
Please talk about boys.
Joe.
I'm looking. Please talk about punk ass bitches. I'm looking. 30, 40, 50, 65 boys come from the bottom. 30, 40, 50 ass busters. Ain't no clapback videos. Why? What is it that serious?
But I need boys. Please, the creator. Bless me, but I need boys. Please allow my boy sperms to go fast and shoot fast enough. Go fast enough. Please, please, the creator. Please bless me.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Bloodshed and bullets.
You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you.
They all sold. Dog. 30, 40, 50 punk ass bitches. I'm the one
Coming for you. You are fucked. And you are done.
dog.
I'm coming for you. Coming for you.
30, 40, 50 punk ass
Coming
bitches.
for you. Coming for you.
There may be some gunfire. 30, 40, 50, 65 boys.
Coming for you.
All right, buddy. Welcome everybody to the Swaycast on this morning. I kid you not, it's not even 10 a.m. So this is an early one. I'm still sleepy, dude. So we're gonna have to have a coffee together. We're gonna talk about some follow-ups from stuff that happened yesterday about Repsion, and then we got a huge crash out about low views. Is great. But before that, let's just listen to some music and give you guys some time to make some coffee, or I don't know, like whatever the fuck you're doing. I know for some of you it's late as fuck, so just go to bed, bitch. You're gonna watch the VOD tomorrow. You got work.
Sway. I said, why are you calling me that? Because when you stand, you can't stand still. You're always like kind of moving back and forth a little bit. You never just like stand still and relax. Like you're right. Every night, every day. Sway. Right. Correct. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Bad pain in my back. Radiation of the disc. A stool for my shower. I'm just a boomer. I'm dazed. I'm confused. Huh? I don't want to be Mr. Views. Every night. Every day. Sway. Right. Chill day. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Trolls on the chat. In my back. Sway. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Every night. Every day. Sway. Right. Chill day. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sway. Back and forth.
Now, why do I need to bring this up? All right? Because tomorrow's my day off. I got 2 big bills due this week. Everything all at once. Who? 2 big bills. Chill. You're a pill. I got 2 big bills. The electric bill. I got 2 big bills. The internet bill. I'm reliant on checks to pay all my bills. I got 2 big bills. I got 2 big bills. We want people who are actually here to have a good time and chill. I got 2 big bills. I don't want to be Mr. Bills. When I pop tags, I feel so pain. I can feel bills coming off my face. A timed release of 2 big bills. the United States of Phil. Chill, give her a pill. I got two big bills, the electric bill. I got two big bills, the internet bill. Two big bills. Chill, give her a pill. I got two big bills, the electric bill. I got two big bills, the internet bill. I got two big bills. I got two big bills. I got two big bills. I got two big bills, two big bills. Over-sexualize everything. Five guys. Fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. Five guys. Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife. Five guys. Sex with my wife. Oiled up. Slippery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sex with my wife. Tyrone. Kevin. Kilmurray. 7. My wife is squirting everywhere. Oiled up. Sauce all over her ass. Five guys. Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife. Five guys. Sex with my wife. Oiled up. Slippery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sex with my wife. Look at Bob. Who? Look at Mom. Who is buying your DoorDash, baby? Who is paying your bills? I heard you got a job and a non-human son. I heard your man's name is Phil. But you left your heart in my Subaru. I miss your raccoon eyes too.
If you're the burger, I'm the king. Big Coke, big smoke, we'll take it home. Now it's just me and you, and the music's blasting out of the Subaru. And then you took your makeup off, and it made me see something about you. You're just what I want. You're not another hungry raccoon.
I heard you got a job and a non-human son.
Ladies,
I heard your man's name is Phil.
ladies and gentlemen,
But you
ladies and
left your
gentlemen,
heart
introducing
my
the chocolate starfish.
I miss your raccoon eyes.
Yeah, I was muted. That's that's a great start. Welcome everybody to the Swaycast 10. What does it say here? 105. So today we have a quick follow up from yesterday. Yesterday we talked about well, DSP begging, and not getting views and playing video games with random washed up bums. And today we're going to have a quick follow up about that. Also, overnight, he had like a big crash out on the late stream about the Sons of Kojima and Raw Phil. And it's very funny. So let's talk about that. First, I got a forgotten shout out from yesterday. I'm sorry. Shout out to Drum Rudy, who said, I'm way behind Autism Snorts. This one would talk about, you should do an Autism Speaks analog for himself. So big ups Drum Rudy. Also, shout out to Movie Sign for the 10 gifted, and big ups to Almighty Tevin for the sway, dude. Big ups. So, I know it's late, or it's also very early. So let's start with something a little bit more chill and easy. Let's do an update on Arc Raiders. Let's see what's up with that. So it should be here somewhere to see what's up with DSP's plans for Arc Raiders.
Starting shortly with the Level 1 podcast. We have a loaded show today because we have multiple topics, including how did the 2 new indie games that I've played so...
Okay, we don't care about that. Let's just get to the actual pre-stream. I don't know if I should watch most of this. I guess if we have some spare time, here we're going to look at a bunch of views. So let's start looking at the views. Everybody loves looking at the views. Big ups Lunar Guardian, 48 months, dude.
Before we start talking about Arc Raiders, I want to show you guys how things have been doing. This is something that I rarely do. But I
No, he does that a lot.
Here, talk about it. Why don't I show you?
He does that a lot, except he used to not show it on the screen because he technically couldn't, because he didn't have all the fancy PCs, but now he does. So now I guess we do that.
And you might say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, what I'm going to do is just refresh the page here. I'm going to actually show you how everything's been doing on the channel. All right? So, this is DSP Gaming. Right now, live, okay? We're 166
all right, yeah.
live on YouTube.
Looks like a YouTube channel, all right.
On Kick, I would assume. I don't know, but I think probably like 80 viewers on Kick. And climbing because typically we get more over the course of the podcast. Although today we are doing Pokemon, so maybe we won't get so many. I guess we'll see. But just to show you, what happens is on YouTube, they give you this feed that says For You, and basically what they do is they try to hand select certain videos. Usually it's the latest uploads from the creator. But just to kind of recap how things have been going, okay? So Friday I played Code Violet. That has done better.
Right. Well, I mean, to be honest, he did call it the worst game of all time. The worst game he's ever played. You better get some nice views if you're going to clickbait that much. You can't really, like, if you think about it, you can't clickbait more than that. Like, a game is either, like, at the extremes, is either the best game I've ever played or the worst game I've ever played. You have no room for scaling.
All right.
Really.
No exaggeration.
So you better get some views, buddy.
I have put out since the Asmongold interview. And honestly, even if you go back further in the year, which you can, you'd actually see that only 1 or 2 videos this year have performed better than that one. And that one only came out 4 days ago.
I mean, the game is shit, but still. I would rather watch somebody else tear it apart. Because I really like those videos where somebody roasts a video game for being bad. Like, I must have watched... Like, I didn't play the Veilguard at all, but I must have watched a combined, like, 60 hours worth of videos tearing it apart and picking it apart and destroying it. It's awesome.
Right?
Fuck the Veilguard. I hate the Veilguard so bad.
Well, I guess technically 5 days ago now. And that's crazy to think about because really when you think about it, I put a lot of videos. You would think that something would have caught on more than that. No. I think the only 2...
So this right here on the early stream, this is the reason for the crash out on the late stream. This is it. This right here. Because behind every crash out, there is a specific reason that pissed him off, that hurt his narcissistic feelings and his ego, and that actually provokes him to crash out. And this is it.
2 videos that did better.
Because he legit thought that this video or another video since the bump would go outside of the DSP gout sphere, and outsiders would see it and be like, whoa, that's a great video. I'm glad I found this channel. You know how it works on normal channels that normal people have.
There's one
Matter of fact, I've seen those same videos on detractor channels. I've seen those same comments on TBS comment sections. It's like, oh, I'm glad I found you guys. I'm like, oh wow, I'm sorry for you, dude. I'm sorry. You should have ran. You should have ran.
One video at the launch of the Switch 2, I said it was a
Now you got to learn about DSP's fucking gout and oozing hands.
which it was, and it still is, by the way. And there was another video when Silent Hill F came out, and I said, it's basically garbage. I don't like this game. It's really bad. Outside of that, this is the biggest video that I've done all year. So, pretty crazy to think it's just a terrible game. It's the first new release of the year, and it's so bad, people really enjoyed watching me riff it for an hour, right?
Sure, yeah.
Now,
fair enough.
Fed Roger just made a good point in chat. He goes, well, it just goes to show that negativity always brings more eyes and attention on YouTube. I mean, you're right. On YouTube,
I mean, you quite literally called it the worst game I've ever played. Like, you can't get any more negative than that. You cannot.
particularly, that's always a pattern. That negativity will always breed more attention for whatever reason. You can argue that it's because people are just toxic and people like drama, and you're right. Like, there's really no other...
I like this argument. This was the quickest argument I've ever heard. Yeah, you can argue that it's because people are idiots. And I agree, you're right. That's true.
explanation for it. That's pretty appropriate to say, is that, yeah, people just like dramatic content. They like to see something burn or be...
No way. Oh, speaking of which, I think Turkey Tom is over. I think DSP outlived another one. From what I saw this morning while I was taking a shit scrolling Twitter, I think he got some allegations from like an ex-girlfriend or about something. But it looks bad, but I don't really give a fuck. I don't know. If you guys care, go look it up.
And that's a little sad in my opinion.
Turkey Tom was the last honest Bulgarian, and now it's just me. It's just me, and I'm not even honest. I'm a lying fraud, according to Phil.
I do feel like I wish people would like positive content more than negative content, but that's just, I guess, par for the course on YouTube. It is what it is, right? Okay, so outside of that video, which did incredibly well, how has all the other content this week been doing? Because a lot of times people
shit,
say,
I guess.
Bill, you make knee-jerk reactions. You don't judge things right. You should give things more of a chance. Let's take an actual look, all right? So taking...
And he's doing this whole thing so he can say that he was right to his fan base. Oh, I told you so, you guys. Look at my videos. They get shit views. Yeah, well, that's your problem, buddy. It's your shitty videos that get shit views.
Look at all the content that I have put out this week. In fact, what we should probably do is just scoot back just a little bit, all right? Admittedly, Pokemon last week did not do well. The Pokemon stream kind of tanked. I paired Pokemon with my most disappointing games countdown, and it didn't do well, the stream itself, and Pokemon got very few views. Now, the thing is, we're at the end of Pokemon. Today may be the conclusion of the playthrough. I'm playing it for a very small audience, but that audience is very engaged and very supporting.
Very generous audience. Small but generous audience.
If it needs one more stream, great, but man, it's been a wild ride. We've been playing...
I love it when somebody calls his audience generous. This is like, it's such a weird phrase, a generous audience.
Playing it since October. It's been a great run. I hope that you guys are here for the conclusion. If you're someone who's been along for the ride with me, I certainly hope that you guys will be here today after the podcast to see how it ends and to give it a send-off, okay? Now, I also that day did the most disappointing games countdown, and I did remove it from here, but what we can actually do is just click the videos tab and see how it actually did. So remember, the disappointing games countdown, okay? Put a lot of time and effort into that. I went through all the games for the year that I was interested in, in saying were disappointments to me. I had to think about what I wanted to say about each particular one.
Whoa.
Video clips of all...
That was a lot. That was a lot of effort. He had to think about something to say about a video game. Oh my God. So he can make a video of him saying a bunch of stuff about video games. This is next level hard work. This is it.
Together and set them all up.
Yeah, and set them all up. Meaning, pull up a YouTube video of you playing each one, which you have readily available on your own YouTube channel.
And I had to set up the stream with everything. And then we did it, and the stream didn't do good. It didn't. Okay? It was a lot of work, and it just didn't do well at all. The video itself got about 2,800 views. Now, honestly, that's pretty good. For a video of mine to get 2,800 views in less than a week is actually good numbers for me. but it's just a lot of effort and work and taking away from gameplay streaming.
Yeah, massive
do
effort.
it.
Is this not taken away from gameplay streaming? Crying about how much work you put in something. He looks like he's about to actually cry though. He's making this weird expression like before he actually cries. I know he's not gonna cry in this, but he looks like he's about to.
Not really have any impact. All right, there
What
was
impact do you want to have, dude?
When
There's a million people making top 10 year-end videos, which I like very much. I usually like the top 10 worst music songs. Music songs? Hit songs. Yes, I like those. But I like the gaming ones, the movie ones. I like the year being wrapped up and people having a compilation of stuff that was good, that was bad. And DSP tries to do that, but he tries in fails. Like, he does it poorly. Because those videos, you need to get better with time doing them. Like, every year when you put out a video like this, it needs to be better than the previous one. And people are going to find you because this is a pretty easy trend to hop on to have somebody discover your channel.
I would do these series and they get 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 views. So it would be worth the time and effort to go.
You're never going to get 30,000 views on this, man. Come on. Come on. It's not a 30,000 view video. You know how some videos just look like a popular video? Like, when you look at the thumbnail, you look at the production value, you look at the pacing of the video, the overall like quality, because some of those things are objective, like about a YouTube video. You look at the overall quality and you're like, yep, this video should get a lot of views. This video should be popular. And there's videos like DSP's where I would look at it and like, no, this will never get more than a couple of thousand views at best if he tries clickbaiting somebody. It's just not like that.
I really do.
And he can't afford to make videos like this. Probably if you're moist critical and you're already have so many people following you and watching you and liking your stuff just because of who you are, you can do that. And you can have a super low effort video or stream where you just sit there and talk to the camera and people are still gonna hang out with you. But DSP can't do that because, to his own words, he's the small guy. And if you're the small guy, you need to do impressive stuff so people can notice you. And the only thing he's impressive at is fucking asking people for money and crashing out on people making fun of him. It's so impressive.
To be honest, it seems like the only people who were actually asking me to do the year-end series this year were my legacy viewers, people who've been around for a long time. Most other people were like, so what's the next game?
Because, like, I think to most channels, this is probably the easiest video you can make. Like, okay, I'm going to pull up a very small channel that I like. What was that called? So these guys get, unironically, like less than 100 views a video, right? These guys, called the Delco Nerd Network. If you want to just go there and give them a shout out, tell them that I sent you or something. They have like super standard gaming opinion podcast that has like a decent production value, and they're two chill dudes talking about video games. So if you like the Outer Worlds 2 and you want to hear their opinion, there it is. If you want to hear like I think they had a top 10 something, or best and worst games. Yeah, this the game of the year, which is super standard video that, of course, this one has 35 views. Probably not a great example, but I like this a lot more than what DSP actually fucking does. And these guys get like a fraction of a fraction of his views, and it's still way better to sit through and actually like.
You're playing. Okay? So,
and there are like a million channels like this, with 280 subs that you can discover just by watching a video like this of their game of the year, best list, worst list, whatever. And he doesn't understand this and how easy it is to get noticed making a video like this. So he's just shooting himself in the foot. And that's why they say DSP is his own biggest detractor, because I'm sitting here and telling you and proving you and showing you how you can get discovered on YouTube and pretty much what you have to do. And he's been doing this for damn near fucking 20 years now. Like, we're closing in on 20 years. And he still doesn't know that these videos help you a lot, especially if you're a smaller creator.
So it may be,
because it's a video where you can have a bunch of easy opinions. Like, if this is the top 10 worst list, then you just pick the worst games that you played. And you're like, okay, well, I played Gollum, and it was broken as fuck, and it sucked, and it was trash, and I got a refund. There you go. And a bunch of people are going to listen to it, and most likely they will already agree with you walking into the video. So it makes it all that easier for you. Oh, and I misclicked. Because I am gay.
looking for bites, looking for scratches, looking for discolor
No, let's not do that.
on a podcast, maybe next week or the week after, it'll be DSP's Game of the Year awards on the Level 1 podcast, and all I do is I run through the
Oh yeah, you should do the Game of the Year awards. For what year? It's the fucking middle of January, dude. By the time he does it, it's gonna be late in the month. It's gonna be almost February. And he's gonna be doing the worst games in the game awards of 2025. Come on.
10 games that I thought were the best.
Everybody knows list season is the second half of December. 15th December to the end of December. That's list season. Everybody does it then. Todd in the Shadows, Anthony Fantano, Angry Joe, whoever the fuck you can think of, that's the time you do it. First of all, because YouTube has good ad revenue in December because of holiday season. Second of all, because people around holiday season, they take time off work and sit around at home and chilling and eating food and watching videos.
And
Like, that's what I'm telling you. A lot of this shit that he's struggling with and becoming schizophrenic by is not very difficult. And all you have to do is literally just watch YouTube. Just have a couple of people that you watch that are like decent channels with half decent content that are semi-successful, and you would realize how this works. But you also, like, for this to work for you, you kind of have to have the desire and the passion for doing this. Like, you have to genuinely enjoy video games. You have to genuinely enjoy talking about movies or music. You have to like it. Otherwise, it's just not going to work for you. If you're like DSP and try to do stuff just because other people are going to like it and pretend that if they like it enough and you pretend to like it enough, you're actually going to start liking it, that's not how it works.
Each one and why I liked it, and then we go from there. Okay? And then I don't have to put together all the...
Big ups Byron Linden, who says, my father is 75 and he has more hair and muscle mass than Phil. I'm not kidding. Oh, I saw a weird fucking... Dude, I saw a weird clip of him flexing this morning. It was one of the first things I saw when I opened Twitter. It was disgusting. Because somebody called his arms flabby or skinny or something, and he was like, yeah, you call him this skinny, you fucking idiot? And he was just flexing to the camera. So embarrassing.
Videos. I don't have to do all that. I just go through a top 10, and that's it.
Yeah, you seem really excited to do that, Phil. I wonder why you get no views. You seem so passionate to make those shitty fucking dog shit videos.
Me being an on-demand content creator, making these kind of videos are long gone.
All right. Why are we talking about views on on-demand videos then? Why are we talking about it? Why is this the whole topic we're doing right now?
I'm a live streamer now. Like, this is where...
All right. Talk about the views on the stream. We got, what, 97?
This is...
Oh, no, 197. Okay.
Attention and engagement. It's not the on-demand videos. Like, even if you look at this video, it's got, like, maybe 100 likes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... There's no traction there for the channel.
Well, maybe they don't like the video. Sometimes, not sometimes. I think, matter of fact, unless it's a video of someone who I already like, if I'm watching a random video on YouTube, I will never like it. Unless it engages me so much and it's so captivating and interesting that I just go out of my way and be like, you know what? I'm going to drop a like for this guy. I actually like this video. There's this guy, yesterday I listened to him while I was playing Horizon Forbidden West because I had to force myself to finish that game. By the way, not that bad. Get it on at least 50% off if you want to get your money's worth. So this guy, Totally Tubular Jonathan. I watched this guy. He's live right now, matter of fact. And he comes across as a very nice guy. He has like almost 70K. And he has very standard list videos of games I quit, games that aged poorly, games that I didn't like at first, but then I ended up liking. And I listened to this guy's videos, and I'm like, you know what? I want to, like, support his channel, so I just subscribed. I liked the video, and then that's it. Sometimes that's all you got to do. But it's kind of the video's job to make you do that. So, again, Phil, the ball is in your court, buddy.
Okay, just being honest. So maybe I don't work on it like that anymore. We'll see. I'm going to think about it in the next week or two, okay? But anyway, so we've got that, and I just wanted to highlight that because... Sadly, with all the work I put into it, I was hoping it was going to do well, and sadly, it just really hasn't in perspective, okay? So looking at all the stuff that I've done this week, Clear Obscure doesn't get views. It never has. I mean, even the back in June, it wasn't getting views. But we're near the end. Probably 2 more streams we're going to beat Clear Obscure, okay? RimWorld started off very strong, and has petered out. And what I mean by that is just take a look at the views declining on this series. There's also been less people to the streams, although I will admit this, there has been great support. Every time that I've streamed RimWorld, the people that are there are very engaged and are helping me out.
To be honest, I haven't seen more than 30 seconds of him playing RimWorld, which I figured would be a very, like a anti-DSP game. But of course, when you can have your whole chat just hand-holding you and straight up telling you what to do constantly and even looking up stuff for you, pretty much any game is manageable by a DSP.
To learn the mechanics.
Big ups Green Lighta for the sub, dude. Make sure to like this video.
Better at it. And the stream ends up being a success. So maybe in the case of RimWorld, initially there was excitement because, oh, it's a new game or whatever.
Excitement? A new game? What is excitement? This is 1.7 thousand views. And I guess that's people clicking on the first episode to see how badly DSP is going to fuck it up and then leaving. I think that's pretty much it.
But then after that, it didn't really matter anymore. So, you know, maybe it's not a big deal where it's going to get tons of hype or whatever, but maybe I continue it as a series as long as people keep showing up and the streams do well. Okay? So RimWorld right now, I'm not displeased with or whatever, and I am playing it as the late stream tonight. Now, here's a shocker, to be honest with all of you. Street Fighter 6 has returned, as you know. I played it for Friday Night Fights. Shockingly enough, Street Fighter 6 is currently the most viewed playthrough that I'm doing. No exaggeration. It beat the new games that I played this week. Street Fighter 6, look at the views.
Well, I mean, okay, because you only came back to it as an emergency to milk money off of Jax Raxer. That guy. Yeah, in case of emergency, break glass. And you just see Jax's face on the other side. Yeah, that's what happened. He's like, missed a couple of goals. Dude, we got to go back to Street Fighter. Jax, save me. And it worked. It actually worked. It's crazy.
Know why? I really don't, because when I used to play Street Fighter 6 all the time, it didn't get these views. Like, we were down to 200, 300 views a video when I was...
You didn't get these views. Dude, you got 1,000 views. Sometimes on YouTube, you can get 1,000 views by mistake.
Making this series, you know, end of 2024, early 2025, people just didn't like it anymore. And now here we are a year later. I haven't played it. I come back and it gets...
This is so pathetic, man, because, like, this guy, you got to keep in mind, this guy got views out the ass in early YouTube. Like, 2012, 13, 14, he was getting tens of thousands. He would record himself wiping his fucking nose, and it would get 30,000 views. And now we're looking at 1,000 views being like, yep, this one is making numbers, you guys. You're loving this one.
It's this.
Oh, this is such a huge self-felt segment. I don't have to say anything about it to, like, detract him. He's detracting himself.
Kind of views. Now, to be honest, did I do well? Well, I did good.
And then he executed himself by just making this about Raw, Phil, and Duty on the late stream.
For someone returning to...
In glazing the sons of Kojima, the people that he was deathly afraid of. He was afraid of them, legit. And he's glazing them.
Street Fighter after...
Because they morally criticize him. Yeah, we're going to get to that. I hate that part.
A year of not playing it. But overall, I lost more than I won. Like, I think Lily, I had a positive win-loss ratio. But both Honda and Dalzim, I did not. The game kept matching me up with Masters, High Masters, and Grand Masters. These are people who I have never stopped playing. They have literally non-stop played Street Fighter 6 and never took a break.
Okay.
And those are the people that they matched me with.
Oh, okay. Aren't you like the GOAT? Aren't you a fucking former pro player? Stop fucking crying. This sounds like a challenge, and professionals love a challenge, right?
So how was I...
Imagine being a fucking pro Street Fighter player and complaining about being matched with good players. Wow.
Supposed to do well. I mean, you're not going to. But I did hang. Like, they weren't awful matches or anything. And people apparently did find a good time with these videos. They're enjoying watching them. Like I said, they came out Friday. They all have over 1,000 views, and that's better than most of my gameplay videos. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. And that is returning Friday night. We're going to use Zangief and Blanca.
Sure. This is getting skipped Friday night.
Just so you know, you see everything you're looking at right now? This is all me. I do all of these thumbnails, titling, uploading.
Oh, wow. The difficult titling.
I don't have an editing team.
You used to. You used to. Who used to make the thumbnails for you, buddy? Who ran the whole DSP throwback channel? I fucking hate this. Now we got to go on an expedition to pigpiggo.net and just look editing team. That's all we have to do. Editing team. Don't have an editor. Editing team. Let's find this 31st of March. My editing team. Ooh, what is that? I know he doesn't have an editor right now, but he literally had a guy working for him doing full-time work on a whole different channel that was getting like 50 views a video.
Videos, set up streams, set up thumbnails, set up titles ahead of time. Some of them do work after the fact. Like if you remember back when my PC was having issues before I got the new one, remember sometimes videos would corrupt? So my editing team would go in there.
My editing team.
And would pull the footage off of the raw stream so that I have that backup video.
Yeah, he actually had legit several people doing actual unpaid labor for him. That's epic. That is epic. But now he doesn't have an editing team. He does all of this, which is pretty much nothing, himself. Because, like, putting a number on a picture is not very difficult.
I don't have people that do all my work for me like a lot of YouTubers do.
Yeah, why not? Why not? They built a name for themselves and they created a business successful enough to afford to employ other people. Why can't you? Why can't Kat do that? That's what I don't know. Why can't he teach Kat to use Photoshop and make shitty thumbnails and actually help out the channel? Because that bitch just sits around eating fucking fast food all day and going to her part-time job once every 6 weeks or whatever the fuck.
People to do. I do all this myself.
Why? It's bad. It's not worth it.
All of these.
I'm actually really glad that he's doing it like this because he is making sure that he will never find success. Like, he's doing all the wrong stuff, which is awesome for me.
As I uploaded the video. Okay? All right, now let's talk about the 2 new games in the rotation. And in fact, let me hit refresh just to be sure that we have the latest update on the performance of these videos.
Oh yeah, we need the highest views.
Excuse me. Monday night, we tried a new game called Quarantine Zone: The Last Check. Okay? This game is published by Devolver Digital, and it features a checkpoint during a zombie outbreak. Whereas people come into this checkpoint, you're scanning them for signs of the virus. If they're clean, they go to a safe house. If they're blatantly infected, you have to liquidate them. And if they have signs of infection, but you're not sure yet, you put them into a quarantine to give them some time and see what happens.
Right.
There's also elements of base.
I like how everybody else, including these people that I just showed, like, okay, this guy, he's a little bit too big. But the other boys I showed, like, yeah, these guys. They have less than 300 subs, and I'm pretty sure they do everything themselves. I mean, the thumbnails are not that difficult to make, but I'm sure those guys figured it out, and they get unironically less than 100 views for most of their videos. I'm not trying to diss them. This, like, statistical fact. But they figured out how this works, and DSP can't figure it out. He has no idea how to make his own thumbnails.
Defense, where you fly a drone around and shoot zombies in the street.
Like, look at this. Bruh, look at this. What the fuck? What the fuck? Look, the DSP plays at Hightail Early Access. Look at the first thumbnail.
And
can you even fucking tell there's text on it? Let alone read it. Even on the second one. The second one is supposed to be more readable, and you still can't tell anything. It's like it's written in Hebrew. And then the third one, you can read exploration, combat, and that one, I don't know what it is. Storming, yes. And also, this is, I guess, it's not even a YouTuber 101. It's more of a YouTuber -1. Don't have the same information in your thumbnail and in your title. That's redundant, and it's not helping you. Matter of fact, it's not doing anything for you. Because here we got, I know I'm nitpicking, but this is actually important. Exploration, combat, and something. And then the title is exactly the same, which... You had the chance to hook people with additional information or interesting information, and you failed.
There's also base management where you have to buy resources, do upgrades, and the like. It's kind of a unique game, and honestly, after that first stream playing it a couple hours, I had a good time with it, and it looked like the game was unlocking more. Like every single time that we had to do the checkpoints, there was a new element, whether it was looking for bites, looking for scratches, looking for discolored eyes, looking for bruises. Then it was, oh, take a look at their pulse, take a look at their blood pressure. Then it was reflexes. When you hit them on their joints, do they react in a certain way? And they kept adding new elements to it, making it more complicated and more interesting. So I liked it, and the game, was getting more difficult the further in that we got. Overall, that stream did well. People showed up for it. They engaged. Support was pretty good. It certainly wasn't overwhelmingly abundantly positive, but at the same time, it actually went pretty well in that regard. I would say, yeah, that was a big success. I would like to play that game again, and likely we're playing it again tomorrow night on the late stream. Okay?
I think, you know what? I think he might find the most success with the random low effort titles that people sometimes do. This is what big channels do, and channels that get a lot of views, because people would watch them and click on the video no matter what the title is. Hold on, let me find my own channel. Tell you what I mean. Because his titles are trash, and they're super long, and they're super descriptive, and no one cares. You should do this. You should do like the short titles like this. He is so cooked with the clickbait thumbnail. He should do that. And look at this. I got 30K views off of this, and I had no idea. I don't even know what this video is about, but it's engaging, isn't it? It says he's so cooked, and the thumbnail asks if he's on crack. He might be. He might be on crack. You guys, you better click this video. But he should definitely do this. Like, for example, here, name this video, DSP gets COVID. No, not COVID. They're going to demonetize that. DSP gets super AIDS. And then the thumbnail is like, oh, I have super AIDS? That should have been it.
What about...
Because you're not going to get people to click on any of this. Because he looks like he has super AIDS, first of all, if his face is in the thumbnail. And also the titles and the videos are way too long, way too unengaging. You need to hook people.
Yesterday's game, Hightail. So Hightail is a game that is currently in early access. It's from a group of game developers that used to be server modders. Like, they used to actually have a modded Minecraft server back in the day. And they were hired to make a game. And so the game that they made looks and plays like Minecraft. Now, it's a little different because it has different elements than Minecraft. For example, it has an active battle system that's much better than Minecraft's. The crafting and building is way more streamlined and more fun to do, honestly. And on top of all of that, there's just a lot more to the game when it comes to exploration and incentive to do so. Because unlike Minecraft, where you have an experience system, whereas you do things in Minecraft, you get levels, and those levels allow you to put experience into enchanting and doing things, right? In regards to this game, it's all based on exploration. If you actually leave your comfort zone and you go out to new areas and you discover new enemies, new creatures and animals, new kinds of plants and the like, the more you discover, you unlock more to do, all right, in the game, which is awesome, okay? So I played it for around 3 hours yesterday. Attendance was good. Engagement was half and half, and what I mean by that is half the people who attended liked the game, half the people absolutely hated it and said that it was boring as dirt, and it's just like Minecraft. And if you're
you can just accuse them of trolling. You can just say that they were trolls and lying.
It really was split down the middle in that regard.
No, bro. None of this shit exists. None of those demographic mathematics and analytics exist. None of that is real. Matter of fact, I think most of his fans ultimately are disengaged and uninterested in most games that he plays. Unless it's a specific game that the individual viewer really likes, like a Pokemon game, if you're a Jade or something. Or they just like when Phil is there, regardless of what he's playing. I don't think most of those people have actual opinions, because they knows that he's going to fucking play everything.
Well,
and he's going to play it the same way, and it's going to be equally as entertaining always, because he makes every game look like shit.
Here's the truth. The stream was not doing well with support at all. And then I brought it up, and immediately someone did a very large contribution, okay? And then after that, a few other people contributed. So by the end of the stream, it had done pretty good. But the thing is, it took me bringing it up and one person giving a large contribution.
It took me bringing it up. This is the DSP begging admission. I had to beg for it, you guys. So it doesn't really count. It was forced support.
For it to even be a good stream.
Yeah, I had to beg to even have a good stream. That's him, actually saying it, just with different words. You don't have to trust me, just listen.
And then I brought it up, and immediately someone did a very large contribution, okay? And then after that, a few other people contributed. So by the end of the stream, it had done pretty good. But the thing is, it took me bringing it up and one person giving a large contribution for it to even be a good stream. And that's not the kind of thing that you want to rely on.
Yeah, DSP never relying on begging and receiving money. Never relying on that. Big ups Extra Buy for the super chat. It says, been a fan since 1985. Oh, it's the good old days, man. DSP was only 3 years old. We didn't know what we were waiting for, dude. We didn't know what was gonna happen. It was so bad.
When I played Quarantine Zone, that was a whole bunch.
1985, man. I remember it.
We like that Phil's doing a new game. This is exciting. Let's support it. With Hightail, it pretty much was one person. Okay? So that makes me nervous. And to be honest with you all, this also makes me nervous. So Quarantine Zone's views, 1,000 views on part 1, 700 on part 2, and it's only been out about a day. That's not bad at all, especially for a small indie game. Hightail. Not doing well at all. Okay? And to be honest, here's the other thing. People over yesterday were like, oh, well, aren't you aware that Hightail is going viral? Seems like a lot of content creators are playing it now. Asmongold is playing it today.
Oh my god, this guy, oh my god. The Asmongold thing is the best example of DSP just obsessing with a guy and never letting him go just because the guy gave him a little bit of attention and some positive clout, I guess. It's, oh my god, it's so bad. I would have sent out a hitman after DSP if I was Asmongold.
And he says that he really likes it. And I'm like, that's great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't translate for me. You know, I'm different than everyone else. I'm not one of these viral content creators where everything that I do hits the algorithm and everyone finds it. And, oh, DSP played this game early, so now he's going to get all these cool early launch views. As you can see, not at all.
Yeah, he couldn't even get 500. Dude, he actually couldn't even get 500 views on this game that people really seem to enjoy, and it just came out.
I got a couple hundred views on
this is one of those times when even I'm staggered by how washed up he is.
On the videos. That's not good at all. Okay? And the thing is, this is what we're going to expect this year. Ups, downs, wins, losses, things that work, things that don't work.
Okay, what works?
In this case, a game like Quarantine Zone stood out. Never played a game like that before, right? Very unique, interesting premise, adding more gameplay elements the further in that we go. People really liked the stream and actually said, yeah, please do another one. I think I will. In the case of Hightail, it's a game that's very much like Minecraft with tweaks. So if there was a big demand on my streams of people saying, Phil, play Minecraft, we really want more Minecraft, I'd be like, well, maybe we should just play Hightail, right? But in this
is what I really like about this segment is everybody knows this is a boardroom segment, right? This is when your manager is telling you the fucking KPI and what we're gonna do to improve it. But it just dawned on me. Whenever, and this has been pretty much always, whenever I've been in a meeting like this, I never gave a fuck. So I don't know what makes him think that I'm going to give a fuck about a YouTuber doing this when I don't give a shit when my fucking boss does this. The guy who pays me does this and I don't care. And he thinks I'm going to show up to a dog shit YouTuber telling me what gets him more views and he's going to get me to care? Come on.
In this case, the game's not doing well. We had one person who did a big contribution that allowed the stream to do well, but no one's really watching it after the fact. You would have thought if this game is virally popular and everyone's talking about it on the internet right now and everyone's playing it, including Asmongold, oh, everyone's going to watch Phil play, 222 views in a day. Yeah. So, it's that simple. No one really cares about certain games on my channel, and there's nothing I can do about that. Doesn't mean I don't like it, because my personal take is that I actually did like Hightail. And we were getting to a point where it was getting interesting and I wanted to do more exploration. And I wanted to try to do more things. We had just unlocked the ability to do better crafting because we had found all these ores. We had found, what was it? Copper, iron, and gold. And I think we even found steel. So I was going to start refining and doing better equipment and then going and venturing out further. But it's not performing at all. It seems like people don't care about it. right? Again, what you have to understand with my channel, it almost never shows up in search. It never
Rip.
shows up in related. Even
Yeah, it shouldn't, but it shouldn't, dude. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Even if all the trolls were gone, the content by itself is not good quality enough to be up there. It just isn't. It's not presented enough, which is the first thing. Like, the presentation isn't enough to get people engaged and watching it. And once, even if they click on it, the actual content itself is too trash to retain anybody. So that's your fucking problem.
I was
Even though, of course, fucking having all the detractors in the algorithm completely fucking it for him, that's another thing. But also, I'm sure, and I can guarantee you this, even if that wasn't the case, he would still be having low views.
who played it.
It's over. It's over. It is really over, dude. And I love that he is in denial that it's over and that the diminishing returns at some point will lead to this whole thing being completely unsustainable. But at the same time, he's so convinced that he can win. He can make it back to like 2011 YouTube where no one else was there. YouTube now is such a completely different monster than it was back then that it's crazy. He has no chance.
Incredibly early yesterday morning. No one saw it on YouTube. No, it didn't get sent to the algorithm. This is literally views from my core fan base, and that's it. Nobody else cared because no one found it. That's the problem with DSP gaming. And this has been a problem for me for many, many years. I don't know what else to say. That's just the situation, is that I don't show up in search. Okay? So, if you were to ask me, out of the two indie games that I just played, which is more interesting and which would I want to play again? My answer is Quarantine Zone. And I think we're going to do that again. In fact, looking at the schedule, I'm pretty sure that I set that up for tomorrow. Yep, we're going to play it as tomorrow night's late night stream. We're going to give it a second look. We're going to see if it adds more interesting elements. And we're going to see if the game is fun and people will come by and hang out and support it again. I hope so, because I like it and I want to do it again. So that's going to be for Thursday night's late night stream. It's going to be Quarantine Zone again. All right. Now you
Sure
might
thing,
say,
dude.
well,
What about Arc Raiders?
okay. Well,
Let's talk about the Repsion
question
guy.
with the question.
Kind of sad. I'm going to spoil this for you because we're going to go through that a little bit later. But it's kind of sad that Repsion was such a little cucked pick-me bitch to get an interview with DSP, and DSP called him essentially washed up and told him that he doesn't have this much clout and that he's not doing an interview with him. Yeah, I hope you're happy, Repsion, you fucking pick-me cuck.
What about it? I bought it early access. I played it on launch day. I did everything that you guys seem to think would have been exciting and would have worked, and it really didn't work. If one person hadn't done a big contribution, the stream wouldn't have done well, and the game's not performing well as an on-demand series either. The only situation where I would go back and play Hytale again is if I get an abundance of people who contact me in the next week and are like,
What?
it's, you know, the situation's changed. The game's very popular now.
Uh-huh.
If you play it again, your stream will do better.
What? Oh, what? What? That's insane. That's insane. This is essentially, it's a veiled way of asking for somebody to promise to give him money to play the game. Like, I'm going to let this whole thing play out.
People who contact me in the next week.
People to contact him in the next week, essentially guaranteeing that he would get support. That is very sus. Very sus. Almost sounds like a paid playthrough.
Put him on the front page twice and all he has is trolls and lappers. People with 2 centimeters foreheads, now his content.
Right. Right. I forgot about this completely because he was getting a lot of hype on Kick. Like actually getting put on the front page for no reason. Insane. Big ups Mr. Progress 69. I completely forgot about Kick giving him a shout out. But at this point we know no matter how many shout outs he's going to get, no matter how many opportunities, he will either squander them or exploit them until there's nothing left and then complain that it wasn't enough. That's it. That's it. It's a bottomless pit of ego, narcissism, greed, and a variety of mental disorders that only, I guess, a PhD can figure out.
Phil, it's, you know, the situation's changed. The game's very popular now. If you play it again, your stream will do better. We'll show up and we commit. We'll support it.
Okay, this was it. I'm not gonna play this game until someone messages me and commits that they will support it. This is with his words, by the way. I'm just cutting out all the bullshit fluff in the middle that doesn't mean anything.
Okay. I'm just not foreseeing that happening. I'm foreseeing that if someone's going to get views on a game like that, it's going to be Asmongold. It's going to be a big streamer who has the audience and has that opportunity to show a game that's lesser known to that audience. And now that audience will actually catch on and maybe check it out. I'll give you an example. All right. Were you aware that Among Us, the game that is now insanely virally popular for many years, has made a ridiculous amount of money and all of that, right? Were you aware that Among Us was out for years and years before it ever was popular? No one played it. No one knew about it.
Yeah, I knew.
All of a sudden, one day, a popular streamer streamed it, and their audience saw it, talked about it to other big streamers. The other big streamers then tried it. Next thing you know, Among Us is one of the most popular games in the world.
Okay, what is the point? That's what I don't understand. Is that streamers make these games popular? But the streamer couldn't make this game popular if it wasn't a good game to begin with. Because Among Us is a very addictive game, and it has a lot of gameplay elements that work very well together. And it is a very decent game. So that is really the reason why it happened. Even though, of course, it was signal boosted massively by streamers, because that's what they do.
Out of nowhere, simply because a big streamer played it.
Right.
Not because some little rinky-dink guy of my stature gave it a shot, but because someone huge did.
Hytale already is more popular than Among Us at launch. So this comparison really is invalid. Among Us is just a different story.
Right? These kind of games, I have no problem checking them out. But this is a lesson that we have to learn over 2026, that sometimes we'll check out a game and it'll be interesting, like Quarantine Zone, because it's actually truly unique and something that'll maybe be awesome for further gameplay. And then other times there's going to be something like Hytale, where it's just not going to work. And that's okay. I want everyone to understand that too, like, because I think people will be upset or
oh yeah, they're going to be upset
because everyone else is playing it. Yeah, but I'm not everybody else. I'm not. Just because I play a game that no one heard of doesn't mean that all of a sudden thousands and thousands of people will now try it. It doesn't happen.
No, but why would you even think that? Why would you have any sort of expectation like that?
I'm not popular. You have to understand, I'm not popular. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay.
He's not popular. By the way, you guys, I want to make 130,000 a year not being popular.
With the audience.
Like, this is it. All of his different identities and his different narratives are constantly contradicting themselves and crashing. So he is a small streamer who doesn't want much, but he wants to make 130K a year. But also, he is not a big guy, so don't have the expectations that you would have comparing him to a big guy. But he wants essentially the outcome that the big guy gets. He wants to have 5 paychecks a month, the fucking Patreon, YouTube, Kick, gifted subs and tips and everything else. Also, at the same time, he is someone that has great takes and people should respect him. But then again, once he gets the chance to expose himself to a bigger audience, he remains a small-time guy. It's constantly crashing and clashing with the different identities that he wants to have.
It's the level that I have and the level of success that I have. I really am. In fact, I'm blessed to be as successful as I am with the level that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, people usually who only bring in a few hundred views per video and only get a few hundred viewers per stream can't make a living doing it. But yeah,
it's almost like you beg and extort and twist people's hands to get them to achieve that goal.
I am in that situation. I'm incredibly grateful for it, and thank you to everyone who makes that viable. But
he needed to remember that he was grateful. He needed to remember that when he describes himself as a small-time guy, like I just said, basically he realized what I just said, that if you try and say that you're a small-time guy, and then you remember that you spent $5,000 to have better toys to play in your office, you're not really a small-time guy. If you're a small-time fucking guy and you want to expect to talk to Asmongold, who's going to give you shout-outs, you're not a small-time guy.
Mainly on the internet.
That is true, yeah. That is true. Among Us was huge during the pandemic because it got people talking online and in the game. That's true.
What we have to figure out is that not every game is going to work, And just because it's virally popular elsewhere, it doesn't mean it will work on this channel. And right now, I can tell you it didn't work. And even if the game's becoming more popular now, it's not equating to views here. In fact, watch this. While we've been staring at this page for the last 10, 15 minutes, these videos didn't even get a single view.
Yeah, do you think it has something to do with how fucking entitled your stupid bitch ass is? Because you just admitted you sat there for 10 to 15 minutes staring at the views on the page while talking about them, instead of making content that's gonna get views. Sorry, guys, you cucked yourself. You cucked yourself, buddy.
Not one view. While we were talking about it live, no one thought to go click on a video.
Perfect.
Serious.
Yeah, fuck
If
you.
Asmongold farts on something, 1,000 people flock to it. Do you see the difference? It's called scale. I don't have the scale of these big people. You know what I'm saying?
Again, he doesn't have the scale, and he requires a disproportionate amount of money compared to his popularity and level of success to be able to sustain his life. You see the discrepancy here? You see where this whole narrative is compromised? Any direction you look at this from, any angle, none of this shit makes sense. None of any narrative that he tries to push makes sense, which is, I think, remarkable. He couldn't even come up with one thing that would make it make sense.
Okay.
He's a small guy that makes videos like a small guy. He makes streams like a small guy. He has the quality of a small guy. He wants the big guy paycheck. He wants the big guy shout out. He wants the big guy views. What are we doing?
So, and by the way, someone said that's jealousy. What's jealousy? I'm stating a fact. Again, I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with the level of success that I have. But things that work for the big...
If he was happy with the level of success he had, he wouldn't be sitting here refreshing his YouTube page to look at the views.
Big boys don't work for me. And vice versa. There may be things that work for me that don't work for them. Right? So, FYI, I think we're going to play Quarantine Zone tomorrow night. I don't think we're playing Hightail again. Maybe that will change, but I don't foresee that changing in the near future. I don't know what possibly would turn around interest for Hightail on DSP Gaming. I don't know. I don't know how to make the game look better. I played it for 3 hours, and I gave it an honest shot, and I really analyzed it compared to my...
Okay, well, then it's done. That's it. Then you can't achieve success. You just explained to yourself why you can't achieve success. You can't make the game look better. Well, I'm sorry.
Minecraft, and
That's it. That's it then. Case closed.
What else can I do? Okay. Now, continuing on, we're going to talk about Arc Raiders next, because I actually have a good amount to say about Arc Raiders. What the hell is...
Oh, yeah, now we're going to talk about his boyfriend, Repsy.
But before we do, a couple shout-outs. So first off, Casanova, thank you for re-upping your membership.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
You click on it, it says... Can you see if a video gets hyped? Yes. If a video gets hyped and you click on it, it says hyped under the video. It wouldn't say on this page, but it would actually say on the video itself. So, like, for example, if I were to click on this video right here, and it were hyped, it would actually say hyped down here. So, I don't know if this one's still hyped.
Bro, there's no hype. Hype for what? Okay, he wants it artificially inflated. Let's say people are botting his videos, getting it the most hyped video on YouTube. People who watch YouTube, for the most part, well, okay, or let's say a big part of them, are not that retarded. And they're not going to click on it, and they're going to see his bullshit. Like, I despise his constant mindset that in order to achieve something, you need to swindle people into it. All that matters is the end result. It doesn't matter if he got a shout out from Asmongold for something nice that he's done or for something shitty that he's done. It doesn't fucking matter. And it pisses me the fuck off. Because to him, it legitimately doesn't matter if anyone gives a rat's ass about his videos if they got good views. If they got 10,000 views each and not a single fucking comment, he would love that because he never cared about this. But never caring about it and never giving a shit about it and always treating it, the ends justify the means and just no matter what, leads you to this place, to this spot where you're just running in a circle and stomping your feet in the mud and nothing works.
Was hyped at one point. I don't know if it still is. Probably not. The hype probably ran out. I don't know how long the hype lasts.
Much like, I think that's a great example. The video he made about Fallout 4, essentially clickbaiting people totally intentionally and pretending like the video was footage of the next-gen version of Fallout 4, but matter of fact, it wasn't. It was, I think, like a 60 FPS mod for the PlayStation 4 version of Fallout 4. And that video got 30,000 views. And later on, he went on to admit that the average watch time of that video, which was like an hour long, I think was around 30 seconds. So people clocked it immediately that he was fucking scamming them, and they left. But he was so happy that that video got a lot of views. Despite it being fucking clickbait, despite it being fake as fuck, and intentionally misrepresenting what the video is, he actually doesn't give a fuck. And that what makes me, when Duty sensationalizes a headline or like embellishes a story to make it more clickable and more sensationalist, I think that's scummy, but I don't give a shit because DSP does the same shit. So it's fighting fire with fire. And I love watching him seethe, as we're about to in some of the following clips.
But yeah, it looks like the hype ran out for that one. So, ooh, Wings of Redemption Depression stream. I gotta check that out later.
Yeah, he definitely will.
Okay. Anyway.
And now he's shitting on Wings because Wings didn't respond to his messages and DSP wanted to save him, and now he hates Wings. Now we're gonna diss Wings every chance we get.
Yeah, but it usually says under the video if it's hyped or not. Okay? Okay. So. Oh, that's right. Arc Raiders. Let's talk about Arc Raiders, folks. Because I got a good amount to say about
that.
this, all right? So, Arc Raiders, here's the deal with this game. Okay? Arc Raiders. Personally, I like Arc Raiders way more than I ever thought that I would. I actually never suspected that I would like Arc Raiders. And then when I tried it and I started to understand it was very different than what I had understood it was going to be. And I played it more and I was like, oh, the graphics are good. The gameplay elements are actually quite sound. Ooh, it's addicting to try to get the pieces of loot to do the upgrade and stuff that you want to do. So I've been playing it for over a month, as you can see. Sadly, the playlist doesn't really... I wish this would show you the full playlist and the views on each video, but it doesn't because it's stupid. YouTube is just dumb. It cuts off at 12. We're over 20 parts in. At this point, I think we're like 25 or so parts in. Arc Raiders is doing all right. It's not doing great. And what I want to show you, if I actually just show you the latest videos of Arc Raiders, you know, they're only 12 hours old, and the views aren't great. They'll get more views over time. Don't worry.
No, they won't.
Undoubtedly, they'll gain.
No, they won't. This is episode 26, dude. You're going to get up to 500 views at most. And that's just because he's playing with the Repsion guy, and everybody wants to find out who that is.
Reviews. But it's just not doing great. It's doing okay. You know, the hype for Arc Raiders or me playing it already died out. It's been over a month since I've been playing it. That's not shocking. What's going to happen is Arc Raiders, if it's going to continue to be successful, will be more for a dedicated audience that come by for the streams, and then maybe we get a few views after the fact, but it's not going to be this ongoing element of an amazing hyped series or anything like that. All right? So, two things have happened in the last week regarding Arc Raiders that I would like to talk about, okay? First off, you know, can I go to the Arc Raiders playlist? I wonder how that works. Can I just click on the Arc Raiders playlist?
You know what? I just thought of the movie series Final Destination. You know how the whole plot of the movies is about how you cheat death and you survive something that your destiny was to not survive. And then death haunts you, and in elaborate ways it fucks you over, so at least in the end you might die, right? And this is kind of like what happened with DSP and becoming popular on YouTube. I think he was meant to be some kind of a cubicle enjoyer his whole life, to be like at best a middle manager at a company where all you have to do is press the enter button. But somehow he defied his destiny and he became popular on YouTube. And now, quote unquote, death is chasing him and trying to take back what is his. And he is kicking and screaming like, look at this guy. He's so disheveled. He's so ghoulish. I really don't feel bad for, I really don't I understand people that can feel bad for him because, like, look at him. He's so fucking pathetic. And he has one of the most joyful professions that you can have. You're literally an entertainer from the comfort of your own home. People show up to watch you for your personality and enjoy what you have to say. And you have fun with video games all day. And you look at this guy, and it seems like he just came out of fucking Guantanamo Bay, being tortured like 16 hours a day. Look at him. Oh, it really is the final destination.
All right, everyone, hello. Well, it plays the video. I guess I'll just do it from this screen, okay? So, in regards to Arc Raiders, all right, here's the deal. You guys said you felt that I wasn't getting enough progress in Arc Raiders because I was only playing it twice a week. I was doing it as like one daytime stream and then maybe like one night stream, all right? So only playing it for around 4 or 5 hours a week. People were starting to actually say, we like it, but you're basically just not getting far enough in. You're not learning enough at a rapid enough pace. If you play it so slowly, the hype for this game is going to die out. All right? And I said, all right, fair enough. Since people are now saying that, I think what we'll do is we'll play it a little more. Maybe this week we'll do an experiment. Let's try to play Arc Raiders 3 times instead of 2. Now, to be clear, Arc Raiders has done very well on this channel when it comes to the streams. Usually when I play Arc Raiders, we get good attendance, good engagement, and pretty good support. It hasn't always been well supported, but for the most part, it does well with support when I play it. Okay? So this week, I decided I'm going to play it 3 times. We did it as the daytime stream on Sunday, the late stream last night, and I'm playing it as the daytime stream tomorrow. Well, when I played it last night, guess what? Attendance was low, engagement was pretty low, and support was the lowest it's ever been for Arc Raiders. We didn't even hit $100. I think we were at like $7.
All right. So what are you trying to say? That people lied to Phil? People mistreated and misled Phil? And this is like really a really bad trait about him is the constant need to be a victim of someone, because eventually he ends up being a victim to his own fans. And now we need to guilt trip them, because why didn't you give Phil money when you promised that you wanted him to play this more? And he thought you were going to give him money and you didn't. Why didn't you do that? So now, like, he's being a victim to his own fans, and which is not good for the fans. Like, I don't want the guy I'm fucking watching and supposedly enjoying, I don't want him to fucking guilt trip me.
Bucks. That's it. That stream of Arc Raiders last night.
It's only $50.
Then Quarantine Zone, Hightail, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It even did worse than the stream of the Disappointing Games Countdown and Pokemon last week.
I mean, I don't. It's okay.
This year, all right. That's a horrible sign.
Horrible sign. What are you gonna do about it?
Miscalculation. That playing it so close. I mean, just played it Sunday. Then I played it.
He's so fucking stupid, and his stupid, dumb, idiot schedule. His schedule, man. We're gonna get him buried with that schedule. When he dies, we're gonna go to the funeral and carry the schedule. Like, give the 21 schedule salute, where we're gonna read it 21 times.
Tuesday, not.
It's so fucking trash. Being admittedly a small guy, at all times you play like 4 different games, and it's constantly a struggle to fit them into a 5-day, 6-day schedule where you stream twice a week. It's insane. It's actually fucking insane.
Right? That's not good. That means that I probably shouldn't be playing it that much. And the feedback that I was getting, although it may apply to the level of the gameplay, meaning, yeah, me playing this game 3 times a week means I'll do better. And ultimately, I'll get better runs. I'll get more loot. I'll learn faster. At the same time, I don't think that the market will bear it. And what I mean by that is the people who show up.
The market? Oh, the fucking piece of shit business degree motherfucker. Talking about the market will bear it. Bro, your market is 4 people, and 3 of them live with their mom. And the 4th one probably is homeless. Chill the fuck out. That's your pay pigs, buddy.
To engage and support it aren't going to
market. The fucking market.
Streams a week. They don't even want to come by every other day.
Look at this guy. The Wall Street entrepreneur, market analyst, Dark Side Phil. You guys. He's got a certificate of excellence.
Casually to watch it, and that's how
Back in like
that's how
2004.
they're used to watching it. So now me playing it 3 times a week and different time slots, it's not going to work. And that sucks because I was hoping that it would. I was hoping that doing more of what people wanted would work, but it didn't work. All right. So I think I made a mistake. And again, this is an experiment. That's fine. When I'm experimenting and I'm trying things to see if it works or not, it's totally fine if something doesn't work. I don't think that Arc Raiders 3 times a week is going to work. I think that maybe twice a week at most is what we want to do, and we want to space it out so it's not every other day. So maybe I do it once earlier in the week, once later in the week, something like that. Okay? Now, there's another element that's been going on with Arc Raiders recently. Okay?
Oh, it's the other element. Let's talk about the other element.
So, when I played it on Sunday, out of nowhere, a YouTuber contacted me. Now, to be clear, I have never spoken with the YouTuber Repsian ever.
Now you're trying to, whenever somebody starts explaining something like this, it's like something bad happened. And this sets the tone for the whole segment, which I really don't understand. Because he just could have been so much more casual with this. He could have been, hey, you see you guys, last couple of times I played with Repsion, who is a YouTuber from, like, he's an old school YouTuber, and it was a fun gameplay session. That's all you need to say. Because now it's like he's making it seem like the guy almost like harassed him. And then he realized, oh my God, it's this terrible guy. I should have nothing to do with him. It's so weird.
I know
It's so hostile.
nothing about this guy whatsoever. Okay? And it was out of the blue. In fact, you know what? Rather than do it this way, let's do it this way. Okay? Makes sense to do this full screen since I want to give a little bit of background of what's going up with this. Okay? So, I don't know who Repsian is. I don't know what kind of content he makes. I've literally not seen a single one of his videos. I know nothing about the guy. Okay? At all. Last Friday, I was playing Street Fighter 6 Friday Night Fights for the first time in a year. And he appears on my stream talking in the chat saying that he wants to play me in Street Fighter 6 and for $50. He says, if I give you $50, will you run a set with me? And I was like,
Yeah, he's being a little cucked bitch, Repsion. A little pick-me bitch.
that's weird. Like if a YouTuber,
I love this. I love this saga. That this pathetic fucking worthless bum wanted to get himself a bump on his shitty fucking dead channel. And he was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to interview lolcows by kissing their ass and giving them money. Everyone's going to love that. And next thing that happens is the lolcow you want to interview tells you, is essentially dismisses you and says no. And everybody just calls you names. That's epic. That's epic.
a verified check mark shows up in your chat. Usually the first thing that they don't say is, hey, I'd like to play you in a set of the game you're playing for $50. Normally they'd be like, hi, how you doing? Hi, I'm a YouTuber.
Well, I mean, to be frank, he does know that this hi, I'm a YouTuber shtick with DSP doesn't work. You just need to offer him money immediately. I guess he has that much common sense.
You know, and I like your content or something like that. Instead, he just shows up and challenges me. I'm like, huh? So basically, I was like, I'm not sure what this guy's game is. And he basically said, oh, I have a gift card, a $50 gift card to Chili's. And I was like, dude, I don't need a $50 gift card to Chili's. If you want to run a set and you're another YouTuber, I'm okay with that. If you guys remember, a year or two ago, I made the public challenge in Street Fighter 6, and I said, I will play other YouTubers and the like in this game. They just have to have the balls to challenge me. Not a single YouTuber stood up. No one.
Because no one cares about your gay-ass fucking challenge, dude. Like, no one knows about your stupid challenge.
The FGC wants nothing to do with me because
Yes, because they want nothing to do with you, because you're exiled. You're the leper. You have AIDS, DSP. They don't want you because you have fighting game AIDS.
they're a bunch of pussies.
Right. Yeah, they're scared. They're scared of Phil. The guy who had to buy legitimately like $3,000 worth of equipment just so he can be better at Street Fighter. To his own words, this is his own admission.
Because I'm better than a lot of them, and they don't want to admit that. If I beat them, they're going to be embarrassed as someone who is known as the black sheep of the FGC, even though I'm not part of that. You know, oh God, DSP beat me. Now they're going to look embarrassed. Okay. I was actually pretty good at Street Fighter 6 for a while there, having a ton of characters in Master. And a lot of people who streamed the game weren't even as good as I was. All right?
Sure thing,
But
man.
No one stepped up and said they wanted to play Street Fighter 6 against me.
Oh my god, he's falling apart. This is the mental decline I've been waiting for years. 2026 is going to be so juicy. We ran out of options, dude. He got the Kino bump. He won. He became king. He was King Phil. Then he became a King Snake. Then he became an Asmongold, essentially doormat, a doormat for Asmongold. He was a body pillow for Asmongold. And now we're just back at the bottom, and nothing worked. Nothing worked because the problem is within, buddy.
At all. They all just pussied out. So I just always just did random sets or whatever. Okay? So this guy's showing up, and he says, I want to challenge you or whatever. I'm like, I'll play him. I don't give a shit. We'll play right now. Even if I lose, who gives a shit? It'll be a good warm-up, a good return to the series. But as I told him that, he goes, oh, well, the game's not downloaded, and my internet's slow, and it says it's not going to be ready for 2 hours. And I said, well, I'm not streaming for another 2 hours, but I am playing this probably next week as well. So we'll come back maybe on,
This is so stupid. It's two guys that really suck trying to be in a relationship that both of them don't really want to be in. Like Repsion just want to do this to get a bump, and DSP just want to do this so he can beat some YouTuber's ass in Street Fighter.
Play, and then he's
and then be glazed and probably paid money by the YouTuber.
Siphon clout from a bigger YouTuber, but how dare Radzion try to do the same with his dying channel?
Right? That is true. That is true. But of course, with DSP, everything is transactional, so he's not gonna help the guy get a bump. And I don't think the guy is gonna get a very good bump from this. Like, that video is probably gonna get views, and is probably gonna be pretty bad, all things considered.
all right, that was it. Like, I didn't talk to him.
But it will not happen, because the guy just doesn't have clout, man. He doesn't have it. He has 740,000 subs, just as much as DSP has 220,000. It's the same amount of subs, actually.
Again that night. So then on this Sunday, my first stream of the week.
Essentially, they both have 5,000 subs, if we're being generous.
It's Arc Raiders. And I'm playing Arc Raiders, and this guy shows up again. And he goes, oh, I play this. I sent you a DM on X. Can you check it out? So I check out the DM, and he goes, oh, can I have your Embark ID code so that I can be a friend on your list, and then we can do, like, co-op together in this game? Now, again, keep in mind, I've never spoken with this guy. Outside of the chat we had on Friday.
He's going to try and kidnap you on Street Fighter?
Content he makes, I don't know why he would want to team up with me. Okay? So I was like, what the hell? Basically everyone in the chat's egging me on. All right?
Right. Oh, I love him. I love him. I love how paranoid he is. He's like, oh my God, I don't know anything about this guy. He wants to add me as a friend in the game. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to get this serious, you guys. I'm married.
Everyone's egging me on. Do it. It's a collab. You never do collabs. You never do co-op. Do it. All right, fine. Since the whole chat's egging me on, I'll give it a shot. So I accept his request, or I sent him a request, whatever it is. We got on each other's friends list. He then goes, oh, by the way, he's on mic. He goes, oh, I played this like over 200 hours. I'm really, really good at it. I have like insane amounts of extra loot and stuff and money. And I'm like, so why does this guy want to play with me? I've played the game less.
Because he's sucking your cock to do something with you, DSP. Just like you do to fucking Asmongold and other people, where you suck their cocks and give them compliments so they can give you a boost. Like he's kissing your ass.
20 hours at that point.
But of course, DSP would be paranoid about this because people kiss his ass to troll him all the time.
Right? I'm just a casual player. I play it twice a week. I'm not some hardcore player. And I even asked him during the stream, I was like, dude, you must do well streaming this then. If you played it that much. He goes, oh, no, I don't stream this game. You played over 200 hours of Arc Raiders. You didn't stream any of it. And he goes, no, I have a job offline. I don't actually, like, streaming's not my full-time thing anymore. Oh, well, that's shocking to hear. If you were a popular YouTuber, prominent or whatever, right? And now you decided, I guess you want to have an offline life. I guess that's cool.
Yeah, he should have stuck to being super desperate about his content and having boardroom meetings like this. Because you can this whole segment, he's saying this to kind of make himself better than the Repsion guy. Even though the Repsion guy has a fucking job in real life, which is infinitely more respectable than whatever the fuck DSP does. Because DSP does he thinks it's no matter what. he thinks YouTube and doing shitty fucking videos that no one gives a fuck about is no matter what, as long as you're making money from it. And it just isn't like that. It actually fucking isn't.
But I love what I do. That's why I'm going to try to do it as long as I possibly can as my job.
Yeah, I can see you love it, dude. This whole segment, how much? I've been streaming for an hour and a half. We're not even like halfway. How much of this last hour was him complaining about views and justifying why the views are low and coping with the fact that the views are low? Like, this was the whole stream so far.
We did a run in Stellamontes, and he basically put me on a tour of Stellamontes, showing me where the rarest stuff is. It's in the assembly.
Okay, so this shit sucks. Let me see if I have something else left for the next video. Here we have, the Arc Raiders thing. This is it. And now we have here just a kind of a funny super chat that he got.
You're just wasting your own time. Don't send me stuff without asking. It's
Oh yeah, this is sending DSP stuff without asking because he's going to throw it out.
going to get deposited into the...
Which I guess he should do.
If you know what I'm saying. Okay. Some super chats here. We have Shorn8706 with a £2 super chat. And they said, DSB tries it fent. It'll be so beast. Trust. Yeah, you want me to do fentanyl? No.
Hell yeah.
I'll be doing fentanyl.
Why not?
I know that
Used
might
to be
be
cool.
disappointing.
Old DSP would have done fentanyl and give it like 3 stars because he was tweaking too hard.
But I'm not going to be doing drugs.
Why not? Come on, I wish
However,
I was.
Thank you for the super chat. That's 269. So what is that? What was his name? Shorn8706.
All right. Did I lose my timestamps? Yes, I did.
269.
Oh, I actually did. What the fuck?
Okay. 269 today's. Cool. And then I got a $2 super chat from...
Well, anyways, not much left. So we're going to jump over to the night stream and see the big crash out. That was 100% caused by the day stream. So this is it here somewhere. Let's just start from here.
on everybody. Welcome and good evening. It is time for
I'm going to put him on 1.5 because he's awkwardly slow.
more RimWorld here
No, that's way too fast. 125.
on DSP Gaming. Hui! That last stream was something else, wasn't it? Starting with a whole new group of survivors, and within 2 hours, basically going through what took 5 hours in my first run, and actually making great progress, and then having a huge disastrous occurrence at the very end. For those who didn't see it, one of my survivors died unexpectedly off the screen. Like, I was trying to figure out where they had gone, and they were murdered brutally. And now I don't know if we can recover, because with only 2 people, we don't have enough people to share the tasks. Like, we have no one to cook right now at all. So...
Uh-oh. You better get a wife, Bill. You better groom a fan of yours.
and recover from that awful situation, or if we have to start over with a new group of survivors again, we'll have to see tonight, okay? And keep in mind, I think that's some of the appeal of the game, is that if you need to restart, you restart. It's not that big of a deal, but it was 2 hours of work that's going to be discarded. And for me, the way I see it is, if you restart too often, now it becomes more like it's the same gameplay loop at the very beginning, the first 2 hours, and then you get bored of the same 2 hours over and over. So I hope that's not the case. I hope that we can find a way to work together tonight. You guys can help me out. We can recover from this disaster and, you know, come back strong. And
All right, let's give it a quick skip.
Mothman, a big girl. She was like 16 years old and she got murdered. So now with no one to cook, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to find out. Always hoping for the best. Looks like we had a couple contributions from Yimra earlier. Let's see. Yimra at first did a $5 super chat and said RimWorld #1.
Skip, skip, skip.
Every single we have had Wanderers, but no one's actually just requested to join. If they actually dropped that demo or not. It is a rumor, you know, but I think what they're saying is Capcom's done this before where they did a presentation and then right after they dropped the demo. So a lot of people are expecting that that's what's going to happen tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, anytime now, buddy.
Or something. And then I can make a lot of, you know, money. And
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
we're trying to Elvo says you seem really positive. I don't know why you get a bad rep.
Yeah. This is bait. This must be bait. It can't not be bait. Oh, you seem like a great guy. I don't know why people are hating on you. When no one would say that. Like, you gotta be watching DSP for exactly 2 minutes for this to be true.
Because the people who give me a bad rep are not actually representing me in any kind of realm of reality. They are trying to...
All right, why do so many people believe him? Why? Why are all these documentaries that exist using the detractor knowledge and the detractor lore as presented by the detractors? Why? Even the June the King, right? June the King, the greatest documentarian on the planet, according to Phil. The biggest documentarian. And he took all the knowledge, all the lore from the trolls. The trolls, the filthy grifters that are just lying. If they're lying so hard, why is nobody calling it out? Why is not Asmongold calling it out? And instead watching those videos? I don't know, buddy. But that's all I have to say about it. Otherwise, we're just going to repeat ourselves all day.
Negatively spin anything that I say or do so that it makes me look bad so they have content. Because the truth is, most people who do it are content creators who have no talent. And if it weren't for me existing, they would be absolutely nothing on this planet but me.
Absolutely nothing on YouTube. An insignificant video sharing website.
Meaningless. So they lack.
That doesn't mean that there have never existed detractors that have been straight up just fucking grifting. I mean, Super Crazy is a thing. Like, he is a thing.
Latch on to me like a parasite. And then they say, what can I do today to say that Phil did something bad or did something heinous?
We don't have to try. We don't have to try. In reality, if we had to try, it would be the Wings of Redemption A-logs. It would be them. Where you would have, like, essentially a 20-minute video that is completely unwatchable where absolutely nothing of value happens. And you would have a video like that every day.
So I can make a video or make a post or a viral tweet or something. And then I can make a lot of, money and get clicks and, stuff for myself. People who...
All right, now we have to prove that. Now this, and this is whenever anyone accuses anyone else of being a grifter, you need to prove not that money is some sort of a financial motivator, because it is for everybody, given the concept that you can make money on the internet. But you need to prove, and you need to actually factually, tangibly prove that this is the main motivator.
Been coming to my streams genuinely, and just watching the content, have been absolutely enjoying it. They've had no problems with me or the content. So,
and actually, it is very easy to prove that DSP's main motivator to make videos and lie to people and try and get himself out there is money. Well, because he directly admits that pretty much on a daily basis. Because naturally, I can't deny that I'm sitting here drinking my coffee, and if people feel like giving me money for shit-talking DSP, I'll take it. I'm totally cool with that. But this is not the primary motivation that I have. And if you think it is, you have to prove it.
I'm not representing my critics fairly. Do you really believe?
There we go. There we go.
Let's analyze this.
And the thing is, he doesn't present his critics fairly, but his critics have really no motivation to lie about him. Because you can just say what he actually did. DSP crashes out over low tips. He crashes out over low tips. DSP is coping over low views. What the fuck did we just watch? DSP lied about this. And then you have 2 clips of him lying about something and contradicting himself. We don't have to lie. Actually don't have to lie.
Here's money for Bunny stalking DSP.
Thanks. I'm going to stalk him even harder now. I got his location pulled up in real time on my smartwatch. I press the button and it's all gone. We dropped the ICBM, dude.
Okay. Do you really believe
I'm going to drop a satellite from space on top of Phil.
Spend as much time completely stalking.
Completely stalking, by the way. Just stalking is not enough. You need to completely stalk him.
Micro-analyzing.
Micro-stalk him as well. And analyze that. You stalk him and then do a stalking analysis.
And
this is what people who think they're gang stalked say. And the reality is, this motherfucker's pretty much whole life is on the internet. It's either him admitting to stuff, him talking about stuff, him recording himself. He's on camera like 6 fucking 8 hours a day. And I guess it is it constitutes stalking if you watch the publicly available shit that he puts out on the internet. I guess it is. Do some people cross a line and go fuck with him in real life? Sure, they do that. I don't like that, but it happens regardless whether or not I fucking like it, condone it, or don't.
Saying and doing so many bad things about someone if there wasn't personal gain involved.
There's personal gain in pretty much anything. Matter of fact, I don't think you should do anything like this without personal gain involved. You should at least think it's fun and entertaining and enjoyable to do it.
All right.
Because otherwise you're wasting your time. Like, why would you do that? As a social service?
At one point, there was a group called the Sons of Kojima.
Oh, there we go.
Many years ago. The reason that they had issue with me is because they felt that I was actually doing things genuinely wrong. Whether it was my content creation style, the way that I presented myself or misrepresented myself. There's a lot of things involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They were great. They were great guys, by the way. I hate the SOK. I hate it. Because they were fraudulent. They weren't upfront with what they were about. They were very insecure that they would get called obsessive or losers for sitting around all day on fucking Skype talking about DSP. So they try to make it about like the SOK friendship is magic, trying to talk about, yeah, we also talk about video games and hang out. No, buddy. No. And their whole cope and denial about being a bunch of fucking lispy retards sitting around literally for 8 hours a day on Skype calls talking about each other and fucking Dark Side Phil, that's what buried them. Because they should have just known what they are. Sure, you A-log DSP because you make fun of them, and it's funny as hell. And people like that. That's okay. You can do that. You can be that. Just be upfront with what you are. And that's why their whole monetization gatekeeping became a thing. Because they wanted to present themselves as the righteous detractors. And they got exposed as a result of being anything but righteous.
Felt that they were critics and that
because they just couldn't be upfront with who they actually were, much like DSP, who is not upfront with who he actually is, pretending to be the positive, chill businessman and family enjoyer. That's some fucking bullshit.
They were trying to give constructive criticism with their things that they put out, and I just didn't listen. In truth, I never saw a single piece of content from the Sons of Kojima. I didn't watch any of it.
Okay, then why do you have this opinion? Why do you think that this is what they did? It's almost like we're retconning them to make them good compared to the current day detractors who actually bother you.
So I don't even know. I can't even tell you accurately if that's truth or not. But what I know is they didn't monetize their content. Any content
what I know is they did make money, and I like that. And now they make money, and I hate that.
That they put out was to say, hey, we think Phil is wrong or he's doing something wrong. Here's why. And that was the end all be all of it. If they monetize their content, the rest of the group...
Yeah, very good point. Like, he bitches to this day about the copyright strikes from 10 years ago. That was factually because of the SOK. Literally. He was scared for his fucking life because of the SOK. The Twitlonger that he released, if I can find it now, I think I can find it on the Tevin thing. Tevin Autistic Illuminati. Because that's what they were, ultimately. We got a vintage Tevin here. And here it should be the DSP Twitlonger somewhere towards the end. It's a long-ass fucking thing. And it's so fucking dramatic. Just want to find where it is. Maybe this bump? Oh, no, that's some more DMs. He was scared for his fucking life. Is it this? No, more here. We have a transcript here? God damn it. I remember vividly listening to that. This is another guy, Twitlonger. This is a Fred Twitlonger. Those guys really like their long tweets. Ah, fuck it. I give up. I'm not wasting that time.
Would come down hard on them and be like, what are you, crazy? Like, you're just as bad as Phil. We're trying to criticize him for being a bad creator, and now you're making toxic content and trying to make money on it? That's not in the spirit of what we do, okay? When
the spirit of what we do, that's epic.
Sons of Kojima disbanded. all of a sudden there was a big gap in this realm of people who were like saying negative things online about me. And so a bunch of people scurried to fill in that hole because there had been people.
We're talking about literally there was a year-long gaps.
Watching negative content about me for many, many years. And since Sons of Kojima was no more,
He's talking about it like they literally were gatekeeping the whole act of actually monetizing a video about DSP. Like they were the linchpin that held it all together. The moment the SOK were gone, they were the good guys, by the way. The moment the good guys were gone, everybody else spawned.
someone had to fill in that role. And what ended up happening was the next group were people who didn't care if the content they put out was constructive or destructive. They didn't even care if it was true.
What
or false,
constructive,
as
bro?
long as it
Like
got
what constructive? I'm making fun of you and criticizing you. What constructive? I don't want you to get better. And that's another gimmick why I dislike the SOK, because they tried to pull the whole bullshit with we just want Phil to be a better streamer, which is fucking dog shit. This is dumb as fuck. You can't tell me you're sitting around for fucking 8 hours on Skype trying to make some guy a better fucking streamer. And at this point, you don't know that he's never gonna be one? Come on. It's just so fucking disingenuous and fake. Just because they were afraid of being called cringe retards.
rise out of an audience that was ignorant and they could make money on it. That's all they cared about. They blatantly broke the law by 100% ripping and stealing my content, live restreaming it, all illegal things. You cannot do any of those
Illegal.
things. Can you
So in a way, then, were the SOK the keepers of the law? They were the police. They were detractor police. They made sure everybody stick to the law.
Awareness at this year's WrestleMania. Phil goes over.
Dude, at this point, we're going to have like a Royal Rumble of all of his copes just battling it out.
put commentary and criticism over
Big ups, J-Dog.
Can you completely rip someone's work in its entirety and re-represent it on your channel?
She's just mad that Raw Phil gets more views. Ultimately, this is this whole segment. Raw Phil gets more views. Duty clickbaits him and puts ads on it. Raw Phil also has like gifted memberships, which I appreciate, by the way. I do every once in a while get a gifted membership to Raw Phil.
So that it's an all.
And I appreciate all those people, by the way. People that make clips, I don't give a fuck if you put ads on them. I have ad block. I don't care about your monetization. If I decide it's too exploitative of me and my time, I'm not going to watch it. I have my own ways.
Alternative way to watch said content and eliminate the need to watch the original? No, that's not protected under any law on planet Earth. Okay, it's completely
Protected by the Kojima law, by the SOK came up with it. They were good, right?
illegal.
Should be a law.
Can you live restream anyone without their permission?
Absolutely.
No,
But
because
we have your permission, Phil. We have your permission. I'm going to play his permission now. Can I find it like this? No, but I found the channel. It should be here. Except it is, yes. There it is. This from 24th of August, 2020. As you can see, we have the transcript on the screen, and we have DSP's official permission, spoken verbal permission that you can restream him or clip him. Enjoy.
you want to live restream and joke about it, fine. Lampoon me all you want. You want to think this is how you don't play videos, fine. You
There
want
we go. We win. We win. This is how we win.
again, you're
Permission
providing an alternate
granted, buddy.
way to watch the content, and you're eliminating the monetization rights of the person who owns the content. It's wrong. It's illegal. Okay? These people have done this now, probably seven,
Oh, the beat's about to drop.
and they realize that YouTube doesn't care about it. There's no way to really shut them down without suing them fully. So because of that, they just continue to do it. So if you come to my content and you're like, wow, I don't get it. I tuned into Phil's stream tonight. We had chill vibes. He really enjoyed the game that we were playing. He interacted with everyone all night. He personally shouted out every contribution.
What?
He wasn't non-stop
How can he be a bad guy?
asking
How is it possible that this guy is bad?
goal on the stream that he was trying to hit. I don't understand. That's the opposite of everything that they say about.
Whoa, I watched DSP for 10 minutes and he played the game and gave a guy a shout out. Why do people hate him?
That's because they always lie.
They always lie. They lie so much that DSP is cornered by their lies and has to admit they're true. Remember all the lies about WWE champions? Oh my God, so many lies.
always making it up and over-exaggerating or misrepresenting so that they make me look like the big villain they want me to be, so you'll continue to watch their clickbait content. It's just that simple. There's nothing else to it. It's not like back in the day where it's like, oh, this is a complex story of people who just don't like the way I present myself and they want me to better myself. No, it's none of that. It's they want to make money.
They quite literally had a podcast with a bunch of people who tried to swindle DSP and signing a partnership with them. Yes, they were trying to get him so much better. They were trying to improve Phil all the way.
They have no talent. The only way they can make money is to be criminals. So they've criminalized.
Crime doesn't pay, Phil. Crime doesn't pay. No one told you that?
The way that they make the monetization content on YouTube.
I guess sometimes, though, you can do bankruptcy fraud and tax fraud and get away with it. So it kind of does.
It's just ridiculous. But they get away with it because, you know, I'm not filthy rich. You know, even Asmongold himself said, why don't you claim their content? There's no way to. There's no way for someone like me of my stature to claim content on YouTube. It doesn't exist. There's no take the ad revenue away from them. It's not real. All right? The only people that can do that are either the ginormous creators, they have the tool for it, or people who are with a partner network that also does it for them. So I don't have any of that, and I don't have the ability to defend myself, so they get away with it.
He can't defend himself from what? Look at this. You're having your own stream. You're chilling. You're hanging out. What are you defending yourself against? I thought it doesn't bother you. It doesn't affect you. It will never affect you. As he said yesterday, I think I watched this clip yesterday. Things will never get worse for Phil. Never. He told that. He promised that. So why are you so paranoid?
I also don't care.
Oh, right. He doesn't.
Because I'm doing so well for myself. I have a great positive following. I get people who support all my content. Why would I care that they do that? Let them make illegal money for as long as they can. It won't last forever. You know, eventually, it's just like everything. The bubble's going to burst on this crap at some point, and they're...
Oh, this is... Dude, I love this. This is the same cope as when he was talking about... I don't know who he was talking about, but it was somebody that hurt him or scorned him or betrayed him in some way. I think it might have been even Tevin for restreaming him. And he said, like, you know, you're a fucking criminal, and one day you're going to get your comeuppance. It's not going to be me, but like it's going to happen someday. Which is great.
Over the end of the cliff, right into the ravine, and I don't have to deal with it because I'm not going to be involved in it. You know?
Phil just wants you to play the game for him, complain about having to do effort and do his podcast of rotten word salad or something like that.
But he's doing it, though. I'm not getting in the way of that. I don't know anybody else getting in the way of that, especially Raw Phil. I don't see Raw Phil doing anything other than showing us what DSP is doing, including the chat, which is also very helpful.
Self-destruction at its finest, and you know it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's a nice cope, buddy.
Thank you to Yimbra for another $5 and another $5 for the King. Thank you so much, Yimbra. And then we got our first sub of the night over on Kick.
Hell yeah, we love those.
Stream every day I want.
You'll outlast all the detractors. Well, that's a very, very high bar.
I'll be successful every single day that I want to, and I won't stop until I'm ready to stop. I am in control.
Sure, man. Sure. Yeah. Yep, sure. You're not even in control of the video games that you play, buddy.
What's up, Grandmaster Scrub? How are you today?
All right. Yep.
No, they're not affecting me at all. Someone just asked. Someone brought it up, so I respond.
So, speaking of YouTube and ways that you remove stuff, whatever, DMCA strikes. So you have this thing. You have the content detection. And mine is very interesting because you see this gentleman here, Asmongold TV, and this gentleman here, GameSpot. Apparently, they stole my video, my viral hit from 2 years ago, watching the Game Awards. How could they do that? How dare they steal my content? So now, shall I decide to make an issue out of this? I could. So imagine if I can do this shit, DSP has access to a lot more. I'm just saying.
Difference between...
He just doesn't want to do it, which I think is the good call. I think is the right call.
Oh, he's bringing it up out of the blue just because he feels like it because he's bothered, or Phil's bringing it up because someone asked. Someone literally just brought it up. So I responded. That's called being an interactive streamer. When you talk with your audience about what they're bringing up and want to talk about, it's pretty common practice on the internet. You should look it up. Most people don't just ignore their audience completely and act like they're not there. I don't know what's going on in my chat. It's having issues tonight. Yeah, it just crashed. Look at that. Now, because the chat had crashed, reload it all.
All right, and now we got to the great part. This is the doxing the restreamers. Theoretically, if you copyright struck a restreamer, wouldn't the restreamer have to provide his full name to counter? If they don't counter, no need to file the lawsuit. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm going to give you my full name, and you have 30 days to sue me. That's how this works. And if you don't sue me, buddy, you're just going to end up knowing my full name. That's pretty much it. Which I don't know what DSP is going to do with that information. Is he going to cry about it to Interpol? Is he going to call the feds?
Thank you to Lance again. Lance with a second awesome sub over on Kick. I appreciate that. Honor that because I know all about that process.
Oh, yeah, listen.
Rod B just did a $10 super chat, and he asked a question about copyright striking someone on YouTube. Allow me to counter that because I know all.
Counter it. Come on.
Theoretically, if you copyright strike a restreamer, can't the restreamer, or wouldn't the restreamer have to then provide their full legal name to counter? If they don't counter, no need to file the lawsuit. So what? It doesn't matter if I know their.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't have to do anything.
What is DSP going to do with your full name? Is he going to fucking threaten me?
But yeah, if you
I'm going to tell everybody you're a Bulgarian.
counterclaim any copyright strike on YouTube, you have to give your name, your address, contact information,
So?
and more.
You're going to contact me, bitch?
Because essentially, you are now creating a legal dialogue between you and the person who has stricken you with the claim.
Yeah, we're going to go to the International Criminal Court in The Hague. That's what's going to happen. DSP going to have a trip to Holland to complain to the International Criminal Court about a guy making fun of him and his gout.
Actual evidence for if it ever goes to court that, listen, I did respond.
If it ever goes to court, it will never go to court. That's why he doesn't bother doing those things, because he admits himself he's not going to sue anybody. And also fucking having lawsuits because somebody made a stream about you that you don't like is bad. And it's going to blow up in your face.
And here's the information I provided. If you provide false information, basically you relinquish all rights to the video you uploaded. Therefore, you will lose in court. Okay?
All right, yeah. Oh, so he's telling me that I can essentially give him a fake name. I can give him not a Bulgarian name. I can give him a Macedonian name. And he wouldn't even know unless he sues me. And ultimately, talking about like myself, because I'm the guy talking here, I know he's not going to sue me, but if he were to sue me, I win. Like, I'm not talking about the lawsuit, but I win people on my side.
But I don't actually know what you mean.
Like, I am the victim now, Phil, and you are the aggressor. Oh, I'm going to make such a clown show out of this.
You buy that? Like, why? What are you getting at? No, the computer's not giving me trouble. It's Chrome browser. I use Chrome browser, and it frequently has memory leaks and crashes when I'm doing a YouTube stream. Basically, the YouTube dashboard and or the YouTube chat will overload and say, oh, you're out of memory, reload. And I got to reload and re-click and resize it.
He's out of memory? Doesn't he have like 32 gigs of RAM? My point was that most restream channels don't want to be doxxed. Maybe this guy wouldn't care. So okay, we're essentially saying that DSP is going to fraudulently copyright strike someone to get their first name and last name and address? That's what you're suggesting? Yeah. Can we get this live, right? Can we get DSP confirming he wants to do that? Like Super Crazy. When Super Crazy went on Pescator's podcast, which you can watch anytime, by the way, it's an interesting show. He apologizes to me because he was mean to me. And this is also his last public appearance. Anyways, when he went there, he essentially admitted that he's doing a bad faith lawsuit to teach DSP a lesson and make content out of it.
Can Asmongold and I play?
Which is what you don't do, is go out of your way to admit that you're bullshitting the court of law.
Our creators? No, there's never been any discussion or offer of playing games with Asmongold. Rod B did a $5 super chat and says, my point is most restream channels don't want to be doxxed.
Yeah, let's dox them all.
Well, here's the problem with that. All right, so here we go. Number one, most people think they know that it will never go to the legal realm. They think that if I were to issue a copyright takedown, they would hit me with the counterclaim, and then I would just sit here and never do anything with it, and it would be reviewed and relinquished within 2 weeks. I think it's a 2-week time period that YouTube gives. Because here's how it works. You issue the copyright takedown, YouTube reviews it quickly, sends it to the person, and takes down the video. The person then has the right to counterclaim it. If they counterclaim it, it takes around 2 weeks, and then you, like me, the original person who did the claim, would have to provide legal evidence that I'm suing. Meaning I actually have now filed a lawsuit stating they have violated my copyright, and I'm going to sue that person. If I provide that evidence to YouTube, the video remains down. If I never provide that evidence to YouTube, within 2 weeks, the video is reinstated on YouTube as if nothing ever went wrong.
Right. Imagine this happens for 30 channels, even 10 channels. He does that for 10 channels. I'm not talking about the whole channel. I'm talking about an individual video on the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun, DSP having to deal with that.
Okay, that's the process YouTube uses. There's nothing else you can do. If you do not file a lawsuit, you can never take down a video for good. Okay?
Interesting enough, he did that. He took down Raw Phil once before. He actually did, or I think it was Dark Dave Mirror. Either way, he did it, and he took down a Super Crazy video that resulted in Super Crazy having the fake lawsuit. Yeah, there's some lore to this. He actually has done this before.
Now,
without suing anybody. Keep in mind.
Number one, I don't have money to be filing lawsuits against every single person who restreams me or steals my content. It's too frivolous, it's too time-consuming, and it's too expensive. That's number one. Number two, they can just lie. Because, for example, let's say someone has, I don't know, Johnny Duty's bullshit channel against Phil, and he's restreaming me right now, and I hit him with a copyright strike. He can literally respond with all fake info, and unless I'm going to sue him, it doesn't matter. He can't get in trouble for providing fake info. How would anyone even know? Because it didn't go to court, right? So he can, any person who steals my content can literally just respond with bullshit info and then get away with it, because I'm not going to sue them. And then on top of that, here's what's even worse about it. Okay,
what's even worse? Let's see how it gets worse. But this also, by the way, I just got reminded of that. DSP is the same guy who tells people to lie to PayPal about their personal information so they can send him safe tips.
People have gone so far because they've decided that somehow it's within their right to do what they're doing, even though it's blatantly illegal.
Blatantly
no
illegal.
lawyer on this planet is ever going to look at what they're doing and be like, that's allowed, because it's not, okay? But they have convinced themselves in their heads that they are doing the right thing and what they're doing is legal, okay? So, they have outright said that if I did actually exercise my legal right to hit them with DMCA takedowns, they would then falsify a bunch of takedowns against me to get my...
What? Who said that? Who said that? They have outright said it. Who did, though? Who did? And he is saying this in the same breath as accusing those people of lying, right? They just lie about me. They constantly misinterpret what I said for profit, for personal gain. Okay, prove it. Come on, prove it. That's a very ambitious allegation.
I say...
What he has failed to understand is the initial strike is in and of itself the start of a loss. The 2-week limit shows you are not serious about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's it, yeah.
Well, isn't that illegal? Yes, but what they're doing...
That's why you kind of have to, because YouTube is not the judge in this situation, and they don't want to be. That's why they let you handle the legal process so they're not held liable for anything, which is what a company should do.
That was illegal, so they don't care. And you might say, well, wait, I thought you just said that you can dispute all of those claims and you could just get them cleared up. I can, but it takes 2 weeks. So my channel would be offline for 2 weeks. I'd have no avenue to make money because they would shut down my channel for 2 weeks with illegal claims that aren't true. And I'd have to wait 2 weeks for YouTube to clear them all so that I can upload and stream and do stuff again. So that's how awful YouTube's system is. It's literally everyone has guns to each other's heads like this.
Oh my God, it really sucks that you put your whole livelihood in the basket of this company and their platform. Wow, that's so unfortunate that you're so dependent on it, Phil. So unfortunate.
At any moment, anyone could file a false claim, and then everyone is in this endless loop of disputing and counterclaiming and hoping that no one files a lawsuit, and it's a piece of shit process. It never should have existed like this. because in truth, it's not sufficient and it doesn't actually enforce the law. It's actually just a way for you to...
Yeah, but they don't want to enforce the law. That's their whole idea, is to avoid enforcing the law because they are not a legal organization. It's a video sharing website.
to protect their own butts so they don't get sued if someone says, hey, there's no way to enforce copyright on YouTube. What gives? That's illegal. I sue YouTube for it now. So
yeah, there you go.
It's completely insufficient. And that's why you never really hear about these, circular situations where I hit this guy with a claim, they hit me with a claim, you'll hear every once in a while. But for the most part, everyone on YouTube just understands it's you're just shooting your own self in the foot with it. Like, there's no point to ever do it because it will never actually serve the purpose you want. No video is ever going to get taken down permanently. No one's
what's the terrible wind in his microphone? What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Have their channel permanently removed. All that's going to happen is everyone gets shot. It's like they say,
mutually assured destruction is probably what he's thinking of.
An eye for an eye. And if you do an eye for an eye, everyone's blind. Exactly.
Oh, no.
If we all just hit each other with claims, then what's the point? The whole...
That's the tip animation is just actual noise. Actual just weird noise as if he's touching the microphone. It's like this. Wow, great.
Site goes down, right? Like, everyone's content will be gone. So what's the point of that? That's why I don't bother with it. Even though I have a legal right to claim all this content and take it all down, there's no point in doing it because they're just going to dispute it. It'll go back up, and then they're just going to hit me with false shit that I have to deal with, and I'm not going to deal with it.
Take a nice sip of defeat. A defeated sip.
Okay. So let's see. So, Rod, did I add your $5? I don't know if I did because you did that next super chat, and I don't know if I'd actually add that or not. Let's see. What are you talking about? Truly your last buddy or something says, is a $5 super chat. He says, dead serious. You've explicitly stated you do not want Raw's viewers in your chat because they're toxic. Never said that.
Yeah, he said that. He said that. Oh my God. He said it so many times. Even before Raw thing was like the thing that it is now. He said that the restreamers, they should stay in their own chats and be toxic because DSP is in his own chat, not being toxic. That's what he said many, many times.
They're stealing something you don't even want. Not true. Viewership and chatting is completely different. You do understand that someone can watch content and not be in the chat and not...
Oh, so he just wants actual NPCs that would watch ads but would never say anything in chat. That's what he wants. He wants the Raw Phil viewers to be forced to watch him, and any of them, if they try to troll, they get banned. So they just permanently, like, they're soft-locked into only watching his stream and watching the ads, therefore making him money. That's how he envisions this to happen. Because you know what's going to happen. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Because I think it's just the common sense thing. If he takes down Raw Phil is going to make his own website. That's like rawphil.com. And he's going to stream his own broadcast that is not affiliated with YouTube. And for DSP to go after that is going to be a pain in the fucking ass. And there's going to be so many mirrors set up of that on YouTube that it will be physically and technically a massive pain in the ass to address and take down all of them, so he will not bother. It literally will become like this. It will be so fractured and decentralized and granular that it would be impossible for him to do anything.
Participate in a chat, right? So if no one was illegally stealing my content right now and it was only on my channel, even if there was toxic people watching, I'd still get the view. I'd still get the ad revenue.
No, they will do it. They will make it so this will never happen out of spite. Out of spite, this will never happen.
I'd still get the credit on my channel. I'd still get the engagement. My channel would probably get pushed out to the algorithm again. But since most of my viewership is getting pushed to off-site places, other channels, other restreamers on other services, I don't get any credit for my own work. That's the problem. It's not that, oh, the people in chat, you don't want them there. I don't give a fuck. If they're there or not, even if they get moderated, if you get banned from my chat, you can still watch the content on my channel. So you have no point whatsoever. What you have been spoon-fed this rhetoric, this fucking brainwashing lies from these people.
Brainwashing lies, huh?
Who are trying to spin what they're doing illegally as justifiable.
No. I mean, no. I don't think anybody is taking a stance about how this is morally correct or whatever. I think people are pretty much upfront with what they do. They're clowning on DSP.
It's not justifiable.
Like, it's not, I'm not here fighting God's battle. I'm not God's chosen soldier to destroy Darkseid Phil. And the people that usually think that, they end up like super crazy.
In any way, shape, or form. They are outright stealing from me every single time they restream or they re-upload my content, period.
But now you're making it even more lucrative for people to watch them, especially people that don't like you. If I knew that every time I watch Raw Phil, I'm actively fucking you over, I would watch Raw Phil on 10 different devices in the background. I would let it roll 24/7.
There's no defense for it. There's no, well, you see, you don't want them in your chat. No, it's not defensible. It's illegal.
DSB, guy who committed bankruptcy fraud and tax fraud in real life, is now talking about online crimes within the YouTube terms of service. We're not talking about actual legalities. We're not in court. We are not faced with a legal precedent. We're talking about YouTube, the platform for uploading videos.
Get with the fucking picture. Stop living in fantasy la la land with these other retard weirdos who think that doing crimes online is okay because it's online. It's not okay. Crime is a crime no matter where you commit it, whether it's online, offline, in America.
No, it's not an online crime. It's not a crime. It's not a crime.
It doesn't fucking matter if you're on the moon.
Not a crime. Innocent until proven guilty, by the way. And you are proven guilty in the court of law. So therefore, we did nothing wrong, actually. And DSP did nothing wrong. His bankruptcy is 100% by the books. And so is his tax record, obviously. And in turn, we did nothing wrong. Because I've never been sued for restreaming. And neither has Tevin or Raw Phil or Duty.
If you're committing a crime, it's still a crime. Okay. Bald Logano, thanks for $2. No,
such a fucking weird cope. Because this is only going to make people clown on him more. Like, thinking about it, I wouldn't have streamed today if I didn't see this segment. So I think that's it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Seething and coping about people making fun of you makes even more people make fun of you, and more people go and watch those people because making fun of you is now a funny thing.
Want anything from Wendy's, but thanks for asking.
And it all stems from him. It literally all stems from him.
And Rod did another $10 super chat. He says, maybe these guys make so much money, they might not care if you know their full name, but most restreamer channels do not want you to know their name. They won't counter you, I'm guessing. Yes, they will. I told you outright, not only will they counter me, probably with false information, I would guess, then they're going to hit me with false strikes. So that's why, there's no point in everyone just shooting each other around in a circle and everyone's channels get shut down. What's the point of that? Right? What needs to happen is YouTube needs to have an actual way by which this content gets fully reviewed.
No, this will never happen. Especially with the way AI is becoming more and more prevalent, this will never happen. Matter of fact, what I showed you with me, the 5,000 sub channel, or 7,000, whatever, subscribe, make it more. Me being able to issue a DMCA takedown on Asmongold TV, it just obviously shows you how things work nowadays, and it's only going to get worse. Imagine thinking that there's people on YouTube gonna look at your fucking shitty ass DMCA request.
And taken care of. Okay? 100%. They need to have a better system for it. They don't. Their system is garbage and not sufficient legally, but literally no one has ever sued YouTube for their system.
Awesome. Thank God DSP is not entirely dependent on this shitty platform and its shitty systems to exist. Thank God that's not the case. Because otherwise that would be very ironic.
They've actually sued for dumb stuff like, oh, you demonetized my channel because it's about zombies, and now you think zombies is adult content, so you demonetized the whole channel. Like,
yeah, but couldn't that be somebody's whole livelihood and business? But if it's somebody else's making a living, he doesn't care. They can take them all down for whatever bullshit reason they come up with.
Ethan Ralph to be back on his moral high ground stream so he can in-platform a domestic abuser.
Oh yeah, we need that again. We need some great virtue signaling.
They've gone to court for that. No one has ever sued YouTube.
Yeah, these fucking stupid reasons, such as a whole guy's channel and livelihood being erroneously taken away from him. But if anything remotely like this happens to DSP, it must be everybody else's problem.
And said, hey, YouTube, your system actually doesn't work. It's not sufficient for enforcing copyright. And on a daily basis, my copyright is violated thousands of times.
But they know that. They just don't really care. They don't really care because they're not held liable.
It's your fault. I'm suing your ass. No one's done that because everyone's afraid to bite the hand that feeds them. Oh, if I sue you,
No.
maybe I won't.
No, yeah, good luck going against fucking Google and their ace certified team of lawyers. Yeah, good job. You're gonna do a great work, Phil. Why hasn't DSP fucking sued YouTube?
On YouTube anymore, and I've killed my career. But in reality, that's what needs to happen. A whole group of people need to get together and sue YouTube in a class action saying, this system is broken. You need to have a real one, or else don't allow this at all.
What? We're gonna go to your competitor, who is Rumble. Rumble is the YouTube competitor. We're gonna jump ship over there because it's so much better.
Shut it down. Anytime you see a restream, anytime.
Of course, YouTube has the leverage as the massive corporation to make their platform in any shitty dog shit way they want. And I guess it's your responsibility not to be overly dependent on that, considering that it sucks.
It has to be shut down. It's that. You can't allow crime on your site just because you're complacent and don't want to be involved, right? That's like saying, I own a plot of land out back, and
you don't own a plot of land.
Just allow people to go there.
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's a false equivalence.
And sell drugs on that plot.
No, you don't even own it. You have access to a YouTube channel that is subject to the terms of service that are made out of wet newspapers, and at any moment, this channel can be taken away from you for whatever the fuck reason.
Land and shoot up right in front of.
Which I'm not saying is good. Like, this is not good. I don't like Google and the way that they run their businesses, the same way I don't like Microsoft. I'm just telling you why they run it like that.
Everyone in the neighborhood. But it's your plot of land. You own it. Oh.
No, you don't have ownership over shit, dude. This is a private platform that you have the privilege to use. And the even larger privilege to make unfathomable amounts of money on.
Deal with that. What do you mean? You own the fucking land. It's all the crimes are being committed on your land. Oh, no. Okay, YouTube, whatever you say. Let's see here.
It's not at all.
Well, now Kevin Bernstein is saying that that he did actually get banned.
Oh, yeah, this guy came back, fucking Kevin Bernstein. Remember this guy from a couple years ago? I don't know what's up with him, why he came back. Could have stayed gone.
His real channel. So then a mod tried to ban him. Yeah. Basic stuff at anyone's chat. You just can't spam the same paragraph over and over for an hour and expect that you're not going to get moderated.
Unless you're Derek. In which case, you can spam the same paragraph until you get acknowledged, and you will never get moderated. Matter of fact, if you get moderated, the moderator is going to get scolded. It's almost strange why that guy got this special treatment.
Okay.
I'm sad for 2 reasons.
Okay. Rocky Tacular, what you're saying has no legal bearing whatsoever. He says,
let's see that.
You can't prove people watching restreamers would watch you at all. You can't claim intent for market replacement because they don't say things like watch us instead of Phil. So let me get this straight. Right now, if I were to live rebroadcast Avengers Endgame on this channel in its entirety from start...
No. Avengers Endgame is a licensed property that is branded intellectual property. It works differently. It's nothing like that.
To finish. I could say, hey, that's fair because you don't know that someone would have actually watched the original movie.
No, it's nothing like that. This is probably the pinnacle of false equivalence.
They're here to make fun of it on my channel in my chat. So let's just restream the whole movie right now in its entirety. It's completely allowed because we're here to razz it. No, that's not how copyright works, you fucking idiot.
He got so mad at a guy who paid him to tell this to him.
Do some fucking
But it's your problem, dude. You do the fucking research, dipshit. And if somebody says something dumb, don't crash out on them. Or they might just go and watch Raw Phil instead, because nobody crashes out on them at all.
Brain instead of listening to dumb people.
Matter of fact, if I open the live chat here, it's gonna be a party. I can promise you that. Let me just turn off hyper chat. All right, let's go on the live chat replay here.
Who have brainwashed you. That's not...
Yeah, look at that. It's a riot.
Moron.
Everybody loves this. Doesn't this look like a more positive, engaging, meaningful stream? Look at that chat. Everybody, ha ha ha. Whoa.
Stupid out there. Like,
they're hype.
You are dumb as fuck. Yes, my channel is copyrighted. Everyone who broadcasts on YouTube, a live stream or a video is...
we have permission, Phil. I already played it. We have explicit permission to legitimately, literally live stream, restream him, and lampoon him. This is what we have explicit permission to do, and clip him.
Protected under the Creative Commons copyright licensing that YouTube.
And we also have like 10 clips of him admitting that if he sues someone, it's to get the money that they've made from restreaming him. So this is a bad faith lawsuit. It will not hold up in court, regardless of whether or not you are legally correct, because it's in bad faith.
YouTube is providing. It's been there since day one. It's never going away. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It's real, or else no one would ever be able to issue a copyright takedown at all. You're a moron. Stop.
It's epic. This is amazing. He's crashing so hard. He's cracking on a daily basis.
Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Get a fucking brain cell fired up for once. Why are you so stupid? Really?
And people in his chat giving him profoundly trash ideas. Like this guy, the Midnight guy. Promote your channel by putting the channel name in the stream. What do you mean by that? He's going to have a big DSP Gaming logo. So people that go on Raw Phil can be like, oh, this is not like the real channel. I should go on DSP Gaming. Which, now that I'm explaining it, this has actually happened to several people. I think including, it was a big streamer. I think it might have been Keemstar, where Keemstar tried to find a DSP stream and he stumbled upon Raw Phil because Raw Phil had like 20 million times more views. And Keemstar thought it was him. I'm not sure it was Keem, but it definitely happened to somebody.
Live stream or a video is protected under the Creative Commons copyright licensing that YouTube is providing.
Wait, isn't Creative Commons essentially like giving you... Wait, this is... He fucked up on this one. Creative Commons, right? So what is this? A non-profit organization provides free licenses to enable the file sharing of creative works while maintaining copyright protection. I'm already bored. Yeah, my ADD kicked in. He might be right or wrong. I don't know. Look it up. I'm tired.
It's been there since day one. It's never going away. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It's real, or else no one would ever be able to issue a copyright takedown at all. You're a moron. Stop. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Get a fucking brain cell fired up for once. Why are you so stupid?
And this is why people watch Raw Phil. Effortless. Effortless. We didn't have to do anything. I wasn't going to stream today for 2.5 hours if this didn't happen, but it happened. And why did it happen? Because DSP made it happen. Thank you, Phil. Thank you.
Really? How can you be that ignorant? How can you just believe what you're fucking told by someone who stands to profit by the lie? That is the definition of being mentally deficient and gullible. You are it. Congrats.
DSP calling his own chat member mentally deficient and gullible is accurate. That is true. Matter of fact, that's what makes a great DSP fan.
Wow. I mean, it is astounding how dumb people are in the modern day, isn't it? It's jaw-dropping.
Yeah, he should, DSP should put a caption on his video like, this video was stolen from @DSP Gaming. But then he would have this on his own videos. So that would make it worse. But that's typical DSP, kneecapping his own content to spite somebody else who actually wins from that. I don't know. It would be so great.
How stupid people are.
No, out of pettiness, in pure spite, pure detractor spite, he will never not be restreamed. Never. Even if all the detractors are gone from YouTube, they would set up their own video sharing platform.
Like,
And everything, I assure you, is going to be perfectly fair use. Like, every single clip video is going to be fair use in 15 different ways. There will be no way for him to dispute it. So he knows this is not a battle he wants to fight because he's soft and it's not going to work out.
since day one, everyone who has ever uploaded to YouTube was protected by Creative Commons. Do you think that every person who's ever uploaded a video to YouTube did a formal copyright with the Library of Congress? Are you that dumb? What the fuck is your problem? How can you be that stupid? Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for your early support here tonight.
Yeah, this guy's not getting a shout out. This guy that told him they take me out of context and also says don't watch Raw. Oh, that is epic. And I think that might be it for this pre-stream.
I'm going to run downstairs quickly. Actually,
Yeah, I think that's it.
Hey Bob, you know think DSP call me mouth drooler 2 lane right? I know joy if he say.
Yeah, he might have, dude. But I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't snitch like that, even if I saw it happen. Because I know you love Phil, and I know you're probably the last true and honest fan. And even if he did, I wouldn't tell you. You better be blissfully ignorant, Jade. So I think this is it. Low key. I think this is it for today. This was all that I wanted to watch. There is no missed, I think, shout outs from what I can see, right? There's also, when I logged into Twitch this morning, I think I turned on like a discount for the subs. I probably should have said this like in the beginning. But I guess I'll mention this next time if you want to get a Twitch sub. Outside of that, that's it. This is it for the stream. Thanks, everybody. I might be around, depending on what this guy does. TBS this week is only on Sunday, so we're going to see you on Sunday for the weekly. And that's it, unless something really interesting happens. This has been a 2-hour and 21-minute stream. Peace out. Stay sway. Keep it flat. And yawn the fuck out.